Whoa.
Why are you writing this post, bro?
I feel like all you have to do is write that sentence, and then you should be having a question like, wait a minute.
Oh, that sucks. Boyfriend made reference during.
Sex?
Boyfriend made reference during.
During.
4 words, let's go.
Boyfriend made reference during.
And we know exactly what she's saying.
I, a 37-year-old woman, was having sex.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. That'll do.
I, a 37-year-old woman, was having sex with my 39-year-old male fiance. I was on top doing my thing. He started laughing. I was confused and asked what was funny. He made a reference about me looking like the Penguin. I'm heavier and was wearing a white tank top. I was still confused. He then pulls up a picture of the Penguin from Batman with his disgusting face and white shirt moving in an obvious way that resembled me.
Scott, stop laughing.
Scott!
Stop laughing!
I'm not usually overly sensitive and can take a joke, but this made me angry, very angry. I already really struggle with self-worth, especially in the bedroom. It led to an all-day issue. He apologized, but it meant nothing to me. Am I overreacting?
Oh,
Dude,
no!
my man.
Oh, no.
No, we have the
I
meme.
bet we have the meme.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We're about to overreact, I fear.
I'm about to lose my
No,
mind.
overreact.
I'm about to rip
Bailey,
someone.
Bailey!
I'm about to rip a man I've never met and will never meet apart.
3, 2, 1. No! No! That's so up. That is diabolical.
I hate him.
Can you imagine?
I want him to go away for a long time. Sorry.
I cannot believe this.
I actually think this will be the first Reddit story. I abstain.
Abstain?
I'll just sit here and listen to you guys talk about it.
He had the audacity to be, she's topping you. You're welcome. You're blessed. And you knew that.
We are blessed.
She is performing for you. And you go to that? Buddy, can your mind please iOS update your brain?
That guy in the middle of sex was like, what if I never have sex again? And then he made that choice.
To go from sex to meme, your brain's in a dark space.
That's the Dark Knight right there.
During.
You either the hero or long enough to become the villain. Cut that.
I think no, keep it. Keep it.
No, say it again. Say
It's
it
really
again.
funny. No,
Stand up on your chair. Stand up on your
I sat
chair.
there cooking for a bit, okay? I was like, I need to come up with a Batman reference. I will say, I love this woman for, like, making this post.
Yeah, get
Like,
her.
you can tell, like she is, I do think she seems like she's very confident in herself.
she goes, internet, do your thing.
Yeah.
Internet, kill him. Here's his address.
Woman topping you in a white tank top, slay! And then you did that!
I think it's very clear, the fact that he's alive means she underreacted. Because
Yeah, she's not writing this from prison.
she probably,
Yeah.
unless she was writing this from prison, it's like, hey.
They gotta clip this. We lost our minds.
We did. We truly did.
Fair. The verdict, not overreacting. Someone said, firstly, you're not wrong to feel how you feel. He hurt your feelings, period. There are a lot of factors that could play into how you proceed from here. Is this the first time he's commented on your weight in a negative way? Is he a joker that often tries to be funny even at the wrong times? Joker reference. Is he concerned about your health or just being rude? The best thing to do is tell him exactly how he hurt you, which it sounds like you already did. And now, take it easy and observe him closely these next few days or week. Is he still making side comments, or is he being careful around you and telling you he thinks you're beautiful, either by words or actions, since we all have our own love languages? If you watch someone long enough, they'll tell you exactly who they are, and spoiler alert, it doesn't take that long. Good luck, and no matter what, remember there's someone out there, might even be him, that wants them some you in a wholesome way. OP responded, he generally doesn't make comments about my body, mostly because I think he's afraid to. But yes, he has in the past while having sex. Once he made a reference of me looking like a dinosaur because my hand was kind of up, and another that he wanted to push on my stomach and make me laugh like the Pillsbury Doughboy, all while on top. All while on top, his preference. And
His preference!
His preference?
You're welcome!
Oh, his preference?
And usually I can just laugh stuff off, but this was too much. I should mention he's not some super skinny dude himself and can out-eat me. I'm top-heavy in the way that my breasts are really large.
Oh my God, he doesn't deserve this woman. Babe. I'm hot.
Move on to the next story. I hate this fucking asshole.
Oh no. Oh my God. He's thinking about literally anything else while she's having sex with him. And he gets to say in the position for him should be in a corner.
Someone said, this guy is 39?
Oh, I forgot his age! Oh my God.
Clear.
I'd expect this level of stupidity and lack of tact from a 19-year-old who's obsessed with memes, but a middle-aged guy who's engaged in an intimate moment with their partner, that's just really fucking dumb. I mean, I can definitely get lost in a thought sometimes or say something that might get taken out of context, but he straight up compared you to the penguin during sex. Is this way out of character for him? I'm getting the sense that he might be a bit narcissistic or just incredibly immature for his age. Lastly, someone said, I don't know if I would stick around, but if I did every time he tried rubbing up on me, I'd tell him to go with the penguin.
But you know what, actually, like, if you really break it down in that moment, she's saying he's too afraid to talk about her body, but except for in sex, he
Yeah, no, you're right.
Which is like, that's the last place that you should, like, that is the most intimate and last place that you should feel confident enough to say something like that to anyone.
And like just because we're doing this, let's give space to intrusive thoughts, I guess, right? When you're like, oh, this looks like that. Oh, I didn't mean to offend. But this is a reoccurring
But it's
offense.
specifically during sex, which also makes me fear that it's like, if it's like he enjoys humiliating her.
Yes, and he's also just like making fun of the size of her body.
Like, wow.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
And to go as so far as to show this meme and be like, and you know, in his mind, he's like, oh, this resembled it. Maybe it was like a tiny element of it, but she sees this whole picture and she's like, you think that's what I look like?
Yeah.
Like, he has no idea how that could impact another person. Like, that they gotta figure that out. Like, ooh.
Yeah, that's awful. And like the fact that someone asked and she's like, yeah, he's done this a few times. I'm like, bro,
yeah, like,
don't marry this man.
and also his preference of her. Oh God,
I know,
he
it's
doesn't
all-
deserve that.
It's been red flag after red flag on this guy.
Visceral reaction. I'm sorry. It's just like, she sounds like a lovely woman.
She does.
Yeah.
Everyone is lovely except that guy.
Yeah, even the penguin. I'd rather hang out with the penguin than that guy.
Yeah. Next story.
So, no update.
No update on that guy.
I will say, if you're somehow watching this, you're a f***ing queen. And it's your preference if you want to top.
Yeah.
And I'll be there.
Hey, look, the next time you get on top and you're like, hey, this time I'm Harvey Dent. And then you flip a coin, you pull out a gun, and you're like, we're gonna do this. If you want this, we're gonna do this. All right. Next story. This comes from Today I F***ed Up. Today I f***ed up by holding a grudge for 29 years against a kid at school who called me Carrot Boy.
People really come packing with these titles.
Now, OP is saying that he messed up
He
by holding a grudge for 29 years. All right. The names, including my own, have been modified to false names. About 29 years ago, I was in the 3rd grade. I took one of those carrot packs out of my lunchbox, the kind that came with a little cup of ranch dressing. All of a sudden, this kid, Balthazar, said, hey, everyone, look, Tim is a carrot boy. Everyone at the whole lunch table started to laugh. I couldn't believe it. For some reason, that incident really stuck with me. Nobody really brought it up again, but I became self-conscious in elementary school for eating carrots. Later, I lost that self-consciousness, but all through school and into adulthood, I always thought of that and built it up in my head as this big, disrespectful insult to me. Whenever I eat carrots, the memory pops up, basically involuntarily. Whenever I see carrots, I remember Balthazar going, hey, everyone, look, Tim is a carrot boy, and hear the laughter. What you should know is that I am from a small town and although I left, a lot of the kids I knew are still there. I saw that over the holidays, there was an impromptu high school reunion event scheduled. I decided to show up. I haven't seen these people regularly in a long time. Well, who should be there but Balthazar? All of a sudden, the old anger welled up in me. I don't know what I was thinking. It seems so ridiculous now, but I saw a big tray of carrots meant for everyone at the buffet table, and I picked up the entire tray and carried it to Balthy's table. I started eating carrots angrily. Everyone at the table and surrounding tables were staring at me. I then said, "Guess I'm still a carrot boy, huh?" I almost immediately realized my up when everyone looked at me like I was insane and they had no idea what I was referencing. So I awkwardly asked Baltho and the other people around if they remembered him calling me a carrot boy in the 3rd grade. And nobody did. So I was like, "This did happen. You really did call me a carrot boy." And he was like, okay, sorry, man. Somebody next to me put their hand on my arm and whispered to me, "Are you okay?" As if I was having a mental breakdown or something. I was so embarrassed that I just got up and left. Multiple people have texted me asking me if I'm all right, and why did I do that? And did I really hold a grudge for some innocuous, silly remark that a 3rd grader made almost 30 years ago? When it was put to me like that, I realized maybe I was the one being weird. Balthazar wasn't like a bully or something. Aside from that one insult, he never did anything else to me, and in high school was kind of known as being a do-gooder. I had built it up as this major incident, but nobody else even remembered it. I was horrified to find that several people from the reunion unfriended me on Facebook, and I saw photos of the event, and somebody had tagged me in the background as Carrot Boy, and none other than Balthazar responded to the post, asking the poster to remove the tag, even though several other people had replied with laugh emojis. Now I feel like I have made a huge fool of myself and can never show myself in this town again. Well, maybe that's okay. I don't like the town anyways. But I am so embarrassed I can hardly sleep, and it has been a few weeks since the incident. Oh, God. Another 30 years are going to pass, and he's going to meet up with him, and he's going to be like, "Hey, I want to talk about that high school reunion."
This is a gem.
The entire first half, I imagined like him riding in a thunderstorm at midnight, like the Raven style. Like, "It was then that he called me Carrot Boy, and I remember that." It didn't even become a nickname. It didn't even stick.
No, it was the one incident.
He's 37 or 38 right now.
And that Carrot Boy comment, which means the rest of his school years were a breeze. If Carrot Boy from 3rd grade is what stands out to you, then you made it through high school without anything that much worse.
That's a crazy point.
Nothing
You
else.
did puberty and just drove right on by.
Nothing else stuck. Carrot Boy, it's not even that bad.
No, and also like to his credit, you know, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, that's not even a good joke for them to laugh at. Like the whole class laughing at it, Carrot Boy, that sucks. Like that does suck.
A little disappointing.
What's honestly remarkable to me about this story is the fact that he made himself Carrot Boy at the end. That he got
He is
tagged
now Carrot Boy.
in a post. That sometimes the things that we keep, we decide stay with us.
Yeah, it's
Right?
like a parable.
He became Carrot Boy.
Yeah.
He did the carrots at the reunion as an adult.
As a boy.
He was like, "I am Carrot Boy." No one said he was Carrot Boy besides him.
I even think it would be wild to like be at the tray with somebody and be like, "Well, I guess you expect me to eat all these, huh?" The fact that he brought it over to the table, like he really spent 29 years as Carrot Boy in his mind.
But also, I also get it. Like it's wild the things that stick with you, right? That you like bring up to friends and you're like, "Remember that happened?" And they're like, "No." Like me and my brother all the time, I'll remember some of the most embarrassing shit. He's like, I don't remember that at all. And it's like, oh, it sticks with you long.
It does. No, that's fair.
So it's very
That's
fair.
real. But it's like at a certain point going, okay, like putting it into the context of like, well, they're not going to remember that. That's from 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Like, it affected me. It's a core memory for me. But that doesn't mean it's a core memory for them.
But like, it's a core memory for me, right? And I have no control over it because I felt humiliated. But I do have control the rest of my life, and I don't want it to be a core memory anymore. Like, I don't have to bring it into these new spaces.
Yeah.
Therapy is expensive, but 29 years, you can maybe find, scrape together some change for one session at some point in there.
So Carrot Boy.
So Carrot Boy. I also, what's funny is around 4th grade, 5th grade, I have a carrot-related story. Where, you know, I was a little bit of a goofster in my day.
Well, you're kidding.
Angela, if you can believe it, as I live and breathe, I was a goofster.
Okay.
And I had these little carrot sticks, right? And I put one sort of where my teeth go, And you guys know the animal, the walrus.
I've heard of
so
it.
I was sort of like a carrot walrus, and it slayed. And then this girl, I'll change her name for posterity. Balthazina.
Yeah.
Balthazina came up and went poof and hit both carrots, and it kind of hurt my gums a little bit.
Okay.
And you want to know the crazy thing is I didn't think about that from then until now. It was only that day, and then only right now. And it's just that easy.
That girl that bumped him up, Kate Hudson. No, I'm kidding.
And she turned out to be Kate Hudson.
Yeah. No, I mean, I cannot knock this person for like this sticking with him, right? Because stuff like from your childhood sticks with
stuff
you.
sticks.
Like core memory in middle school, it might have been elementary school or middle school, there was a dance, and like a dance circle formed, and just kids were hopping into it. And I remember I got booed out of it. And like, to this day, I'm like, I won't dance. Like,
Oh no! Shane, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
it's also deeply funny.
I'm trying to keep going. Oh, I'm laughing so much. Shane, this is gonna sound like an insult, and I mean it as the highest compliment. You turned out
should
so
not
well.
dance.
You turned out so well for all the things of like, yeah, I got food while dancing, I was homeschooled. Like, your life is awesome. You did great. And there were all these things going against you.
Cut to us on a Disney show where the end of the first episode, they're like, all right, now here's the part where you all dance.
I know.
Everyone's like, oh, like
Shane, I also got made fun of for dancing in elementary school. Like, there was a day where everybody had to dance this song, and people were like, "Look what Damien's doing," and I stopped. And to this day,
I think it's a very base level insult dudes throw at each other in elementary school.
I
Like,
think,
boys are just like, oh, you're dancing, you're dumb.
no, I think learning to dance is humiliating no matter the gender.
Yeah.
When you're young, I remember we used to play Big Booty in my like in theater class, and I was humiliated to play.
Was there dancing in Big Booty?
It was a version of it that you would dance. But thinking of someone getting booed out.
Yeah, that sucks a lot.
It was pretty rough.
So sorry.
Pretty rough.
Damn, dude.
And then like, what if you went back to your reunion? You're like, how about this, huh? And everyone's like, what?
You do a full like Footloose routine.
Yeah.
And they're like, sick, dude. Like, all right.
Lights
Isn't that
and
the guy
roll.
that's like a YouTuber now?
I think that's the Goldberg's kid.
Okay, comments. That's some self-fulfilling prophecy shit.
Yeah.
10,000 upvotes. Someone said, I have hard secondhand cringe. Someone said, I picked up the entire tray and carried it to Balthy's table. Oh my God, he's going to dump the carrots on his classmates. I started eating carrots angrily, question marks. And then he realized he was no longer a carrot boy, wipes tear, but a carrot man. I will say that the self-fulfilling prophecy thing is true of like, the things that you hold on to, you will become.
You bring it into the room.
You will
like
become
it wasn't there, and you brought it in.
That's like Greek tragedy level of like, this is the prophecy, and because you know about it, it's going to happen.
It's actually very much like it's true.
It's like Oedipus. It's like he was punished for what he's going to do in the future, and he was punished by being abandoned as a baby, and that's what leads to him doing all that stuff in the future. It's
First Oedipus reference in a Reddit story.
boom. And
Which
it's
is
not
actually
even about the mom stuff.
That's actually kind of shocking that Oedipus has not been brought up before in Reddit stories.
I was going to say this.
Like, Oedipus.
Oedipus.
James with the
Oedipus.
with the
From
slam
a half
dunk.
court.
I wish they could have seen Oedipus.
This sounds like a Spencer. Dare I say Oedipus?
It's actually very much like an acting thing where in like scenes that like I've had coaches be like, yeah, whatever you're thinking about is what we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's true. Like if you're uncomfortable or something, it's like, we're just gonna see that. Like you have to focus on what you want us to see and what you'll become.
Yep.
But hey, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I'm the fist bump guy.
Don't.
And this is my carrot man moment. I really wasn't the fist bump guy. Are you okay? Am I taking up too much
No, not at
space?
all. I just move a lot.
I move a lot too.
Keep up.
It's okay.
Oh, whoa, that's some
Oedipus.
challenging. Oedipus.
Our next story. Our next story comes from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for not respecting the fancy soap policy in our bathroom and accidentally starting a soap-based arms race? Whoa. Okay. So my wife, who's 30, bought this absurdly expensive soap from a little shop.
Aesop.
Probably
bet it's
Aesop.
Aesop.
It's probably Aesop. That is some fancy soap.
Aesop and his fables.
I know.
Tortoise and hare.
Pretty
expensive
nuts.
soap.
It came in a tiny frosted glass bottle, wrapped in twine, with ridiculous branding like hints of pine, regret, and artisanal disappointment, or something like that. She placed it on the bathroom counter and told me, this is for guests. We don't have guests, ever. Okay, maybe once every 2 months. I told her that, but apparently the idea of a guest potentially seeing that we use commoner soap is too horrifying to bear. So the fancy soap was enshrined like the Mona Lisa, untouched. Fast forward, I ran out of my regular cheapo soap, which came in a cracked plastic bottle with a pump that wheezed like a dying guinea pig. So in a moment of desperation and dirty hands, I dared to touch the Holy Grail. Was halfway through using a single pump of the fancy soap when she walked in looking at me as if I was defiling the sacred artifact or microwaving the Fabergé egg. She said I was wasting it and that it's not for everyday hands. I was pissed. Then I did the unthinkable. I went out and bought my own fancy soap. $30. Grapefruit and cedar, smells like if a lumberjack went to therapy. I put it proudly on my. Okay, this Reddit guy's
This
actually pretty
person's
funny.
really good.
This
Yeah.
is
They're working on their Type 5.
This is a Redditor.
Yeah.
This is a funny Redditor right here.
Yeah.
I put it proudly on my side of the sink. I declared that this is my new soap and only I have a right to use it. Suddenly, it's Cold War soap edition. That evening, I saw over her shoulder she was searching for more soap bottles on Etsy, like she wanted revenge. At this point, I now want to invite some guests over to make sure they use my fancy soap and not hers. Ha ha. Now she's mad I'm mocking her and says I'm turning cleanliness into a competition. I told her she started the soap caste system. I just refuse to be born into the lower class. She hasn't spoken to me in 2 days, but I smell amazing. Tell me that I smell amazing.
Just break up.
I know.
Just break up.
Our marriage is falling apart, but is this worth
We
it?
smell great.
We spent $600 on soap this month, and nothing is wrong.
Oh my
actually.
God. This isn't an Am I the Asshole? It's like, is this worth it? Like,
Yeah,
is this worth it? Yeah, there's some stories that I read where I'm like, you're not an asshole, but I'm like, but you guys don't like each other,
Yeah.
it sounds like. I mean, maybe they do. The way he's writing, I'm like, this is silly.
sounds light.
You guys
Yeah.
are probably, they're probably laughing about it.
Right.
But he's making this sound like it's more of a sitcom situation. But it's very
Kevin
funny.
James.
Yeah, like truly.
King of Queens.
This is very common in like my family of like having things that are really fancy and nice that we don't use, right? It's like, oh, well, that's for special occasions. Like once a year? Like, I don't know. Like I definitely believe in the like, when
Use
you
it.
get nice things, you use it, right?
Yeah.
Like absolutely.
This plate is for when the Pope visits. It's like he's not
Yeah.
gonna visit.
It's not gonna.
He's not gonna.
Yeah, I'm tired of
so
using a paper
busy.
plate.
Yeah. Look, also soap for me is one of those things where like sometimes fancier is not better. Like whenever I go to visit my mom, I feel bad, but like she very much shops anything that's like a little greenwashed, where it's just like, okay, this soap is chamomile and natural, and it's a little sticky for some reason, or whatever. And I'm just like, I just need the $1 like antibacterial. I'm like, I need soap.
Yeah.
Like everything I get there, I'm like, do you have sugar? She's like, we have monk fruit. I'm like, get some sugar and salt and pepper and soap. Like, I'll bring my own. Just none of these things do the thing they're supposed to.
I think also, I don't know if I'm right or not on this.
Probably are.
But we'll see. But I think, especially when it comes to things like soap and like cleanliness things, it's 1% real stuff, 99% marketing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, 100%.
The $1 stuff is probably as effective as the $30 stuff. It's just, it just looks nice.
Yeah.
The ability for soap to bubble and froth is something that they added so that you can visibly see it doing its work. It doesn't
No.
need to bubble. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I have heard that.
It is a thing. All natural soap
like-
can just sort of just be.
So like a facial foaming cleanser is bullshit?
I don't know about that one. I know it's dish soap that does that. So I'm sure some things foam and
That's
bubble naturally.
heartbreaking.
I do appreciate the bubbles because it's kind of like a tracker. You know, I'm like, okay, that's where I'm getting the soap all over the place. You know, but
Yeah, it's also fun.
It's fun. It's a blast. I love it. But no, I'm a believer of like use the fancy china. You know, like
Yeah.
I've always felt that way. I think it's silly to have things that you don't use.
Do you in video games get a bunch of items that you save for boss fights and then never use them? Because I do that.
I was pretty
Yeah,
bad
I've
about
done
that
that.
with Breath of the Wild for a long time, and then I got to a point where I was like, no, like I'm gonna swap it, so I use my best stuff, and then it's like fun once you run out of all your best stuff and you have shitty things, and then the game's actually fun.
Yeah.
So it's a challenge again.
Yeah.
So
Same with soap.
And then in Stardew Valley, it's like, okay, you get like really, really fancy crops. It's like, you know, use that shit, sell it or use it.
Yeah.
Like don't just hold on to it.
The ancient fruit, you got to turn that into preserves and sell it, or even ancient fruit wine to maximize the
I
profit.
make ancient fruit wine.
Haven't played either of these games.
You gotta play Stardew Valley.
You would
dude.
love Stardew Valley.
I know.
You have too much of a life and friends
Okay,
and goals.
buddy.
Yeah, cut to me yesterday, like 8 p.m. Like, I guess I'll go to sleep. I was like, the day's over, I guess.
All right. The verdict was not the asshole. I agree. He technically didn't do anything that makes him an asshole. He bought soap.
Bought his own soap.
He bought his own soap. That is all he technically did.
Do they have a shared bank account?
I don't think so. The way it was
$30 is gonna hit him hard.
Yeah, $30 is rough.
Comments, it's always heartwarming to see two psychopaths find each other and fall in love. Godspeed to both of you. Someone said, I'm invested in this. Please update weekly. Add a fancy hand towel and perhaps a little bottle of some kind of freshener your friends might like to dab on after they wash their face. Beard oil or something for after a meal, and maybe a scented witch hazel and some cotton balls and a pretty photo of the forest. Someone said, please, OP, put your soap in a clear box with a small lock. Wear the key on a long chain around your neck.
Dear Lord.
Jesus.
Pass it down to your son, Aaron,
Yeah.
telling him that he will see the secret of the basement one day.
Yeah.
Then when Shiganshima District is attacked. Attack
Now
on
this
Titan
I
begins.
know.
It's Attack on
Now
Titan!
this I know.
Yeah.
Our producer, Bailey, has just informed us of something quite shocking. So Bailey, looking for an update to this story, went to OP's page. This man, this 30-year-old man, I'm assuming. And besides this story, besides this Am I the Asshole story, his page is entirely photos of his and including a gif of him at the beach helicoptering his penis, saying no better place for a helicopter than the beach. So I'm doubting everything now.
Really? That makes me believe him way more. That is the guy that would be like, I'll start a soap arms race.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's like, hey
That
man,
tracks for me.
I hope you're using that soap, especially if I'm a guest at your house. I need to know you're using that soap, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Gotta make everything clean for posting.
Yeah.
Also,
If you find any sand on the sink, you know he's been naked by the sink.
Yeah. That's always so funny when you like go to someone's page and it's like, whoa, lore drop.
yeah.
Yep.
I remember there was a Twitter post and it was like
always Twitter.
It was a Twitter post. This was years ago. This is like 5 years ago. Where it was like this guy posted like kind of like an incel type of like red pilled kind of post, like hating on something or whatever. And someone quote retweeted it and was like, hey dude, we can see your likes. And then you go to his likes and it's entirely Nintendo Rule 34 porn. It was all Nintendo waifus. Like that's all it was, and it was hilarious. It's like, bro, we can see them.
That's awesome.
Very funny.
I hope a Goomba was involved.
Probably somewhere along
Who
the
do
lines.
you think took the photo?
I like when they have guests over when they walk out of the bathroom. It's like, so you smell like cedar. Okay,
Yeah.
made the wrong choice.
What was the first one where he mentioned that it smells like regret?
I think he was being funny.
Regret and disappointment.
Okay, because I was
and
like,
then
that's a witch's brew.
His smells like a lumberjack went to therapy, which is very funny.
Got it.
Okay.
As we know, is grapefruit and cedar.
Yeah.
A good writer and apparently a great.
Great
Oh yeah.
penis.
Well,
Well,
no, I was about to
we don't
ask,
know.
but I don't think I can ask a
That's
fellow
okay.
coworker.
Am I the asshole for telling my heavily pregnant friend her fiance was in a documentary? So this was posted only 2 weeks ago, as of today. Okay, it's currently 4 a.m. and I feel so guilty right now I can't sleep. So myself and a few girlfriends decided to watch a documentary that's been trending. Not gonna lie, I was expecting a documentary showing a human side of a certain person, but yeah, as anyone who has watched the documentary knows what it was. So the documentary that OP is referring to was the 1000 Men and Me, the Bonnie Blue story where an OnlyFans adult content creator, Bonnie Blue, had sex with 1,057 men in 12 hours. The event was fully recorded and the footage is shown in the documentary. On to the issue. My friend's fiance was one of the 1,000. I wasn't the first person to notice. 2 other friends were the first to notice. I didn't believe it at first, but with a second watch, it was definitely him. Even though his face was covered, the body shape and especially the tattoos were undeniable. We debated till the early hours of the morning if we should tell her or wait because she's 8 months pregnant. But in my opinion, if someone cheats like that, it's not their first time. And I'd rather lose her friendship for telling straight away than her finding out I knew and hid it. Because let's be real, when you tell someone news like that, there's a huge chance they'll hate you, not the cheater. So this Sunday morning, I asked my friends to meet up to talk. I showed her the evidence, and the minute she looked at the picture, she knew it was him and broke down. I expected her to be angry at me, but she thanked me for being honest, as multiple people have hinted that she should watch the documentary instead of being upfront like I was.
Oh.
No!
God. Wait. Why can't you just try telling her first?
No,
Like,
don't tell her. Let her watch her husband have sex with this
You
person.
should check this out.
That is.
Come
like,
on.
So
That's
messed up.
That's making an excuse for your cowardice.
Right.
It's like
Right.
I think it was right for her to tell her friend.
it was right
Obviously,
for her to tell her
absolutely.
friend.
Yes.
Tell. We don't need it. That's one of those things where maybe tell, don't show.
I think I agree, because I think there's many situations where it's like, oh, there was video of your boyfriend at the club making out with someone. It's like, oh, show her the evidence and stuff. It's like, no, you can just tell her. She doesn't need to watch that shit.
Yeah.
And then if she doesn't believe you,
Then if you need
then
to.
you can go, look, it's there, but you probably don't want to see it.
Or
Right.
worst case scenario, just take a screenshot that's like of him that doesn't show like stuff
full action.
going on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like be like, okay, trust me, there's no other video, there's no other content with this guy being naked.
Right.
I don't know. But also I'm like, did they have a documentary crew filming the porn crew?
Probably.
I have so
so.
many questions.
Probably. There's a lot of-
Did they greenlight the documentary
Probably a lot of layers
side
to
by
it.
side with? Wow.
I ended up driving her to her mom's house. I'm guessing she told her fiance I told her, because he has been blowing up my phone, calling me an evil little homewrecker who ruined not only his life, and calling me out on social media for trying to ruin his relationship and wanting his unborn daughter to grow up without a dad. My friends are angry with me for telling her straight away and not waiting till she had the baby in case the stress would cause issues to her health. I don't give two shits if I'm being honest about her fiance, but I feel so bad for putting my friend in this situation while heavily pregnant, and I'm worried if something does happen to her, it will be my fault. Maybe she would have watched it herself and found out on her own. Am I the asshole for telling my pregnant friend her fiance was in a documentary? Okay.
Well, there's no right time to accomplish
There's no right
this.
time.
Yeah.
I would also assume with something like that, there's been a lot of discourse about this on TikTok and Reddit and all over.
The documentary itself.
The documentary itself,
Okay.
I assume, you have to assume she's going to find out, right? This isn't like, oh, I saw your husband or your fiance at a restaurant and they were by themselves, like, oh, maybe nobody else is going to know about this. This is,
A
no, there's
widely
a
known
published
documentary. Yep.
work
Yep.
out there.
Yeah, and like, somebody's going for a record and you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna do this on the sly, and no one's going to find out?
Oh, there's
You
two
have
crews
noticeable
filming it?
There's noticeable tattoos.
Yeah, come on, man.
And he's acting like she's the one who ruined it.
evil
It's like,
little homewrecker.
you made a choice, man. You sat there. You probably waited for hours that day. Like,
Yeah, line out the door.
You
Just drinking
you probably
some
had
coffee,
8 hours
eating a
to
croissant.
sit there and go, what am I doing?
Right.
Yeah.
But you never stopped.
When they said that this obviously isn't his first time, that's so true.
oh my
You're
God.
not going to start there.
I feel like I want to see a documentary of those 1,000 guys and just like get like their thought process on like what they were thinking.
I think a fair thing to say regarding cheating in general is that you are also putting your partner at risk in a health way.
yes.
And especially this, because it is effectively sleeping with 1,000 people.
Did they use protection?
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen the
But
documentary.
it doesn't really matter to me. You sleep with one person, you sleep with one person, you don't know what
they've done.
Yeah, because he's sleeping with strangers, so he doesn't know the situation, and his wife is pregnant. Like, I understand, so they bring up a concern that's valid of, like, being concerned about her health because she's 8 months pregnant.
Sure.
Her husband is not considering, or her fiance is not considering her health.
Right.
There's some context from the comments. OP says, our friend group is afraid that the stress would harm her as she has had issues during the pregnancy and suffers from panic attacks. If anything were to happen to her or the baby, I'd never forgive myself. I understand that. I think that's valid. I also agree that like it's like there's no good time.
There's no good time.
I don't know. I don't think like waiting for the baby to be born to that feels also messed up.
But I feel like there could have been a better way to like relay the information to her rather than just like, here's the video.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't show her the video.
Oh, she didn't. Oh, I thought she did.
No, so OP told her straight away. Her friends were saying, no, you should have just had her watch the video.
Oh.
Yeah, the friends were like, you should watch the video.
OP said, no, I want to just tell
you
her.
that. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So
good.
no,
Okay.
as far as we know, she showed her the evidence. So she showed her a picture.
Yeah.
She looked at the picture. She knew it was him and broke down. So there's a picture.
Okay.
But not watching more. But I don't know. That's a tough thing.
Damned if
It's
you do,
messy.
damned if
This
you
is
don't.
a horrible,
It's messy
horrible
regardless.
situation.
Yeah.
But to be clear, he's the one who made this situation.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like she's now burdened with the knowledge, and I can't really fault someone for being like, I'm going to immediately go and tell you. Like that, we've read so many stories, and our takeaway so many times with knowledge of cheaters. It's like, yeah, go tell them, like right off the bat. Like that's really like that's your friend. Like,
Yeah, and he puts I mean, he puts the wife at risk, he puts the baby at risk. Like, I don't know if they use protection during all that stuff, but like sleeping with somebody that's sleeping with that many people, potentially getting something that you could give to the wife and the baby, like when the baby's delivered, like that's just like not good.
It's not good all around.
Smart.
No.
OP left a comment saying, they got engaged on Christmas Day, and my friend would have found out around January she was pregnant. She didn't tell us till she was 3 months pregnant. Okay. Someone said, just to be clear, since the OP wasn't, the dude was in a porn video banging a random chick with 999 other guys, apparently while already with his fiancée. I'm pretty sure this is cut and dry. Someone said, so apparently many people in her circle have seen this and recognized the jerk, all keeping silent and maybe hinting she watched. How would her watching and suddenly seeing her baby's father be part of this disgusting freak show have been less stressful? You are not the asshole. You had the courage to tell her what so many others were whispering behind her back. It's true that like many others, she may decide to stay. Even if that happens and she pulls away from you, you still did the right thing. Yeah, watching and being blindsided by that,
That would be crazy.
Like, oh my God.
That would be harder to deal with.
Yeah. Oh my God. You want to know.
Yeah.
Someone said, I'm 6 months pregnant and I would want to know. Someone said, not the asshole. He hid his face and didn't tell her because he knew he shouldn't do it. He's facing the consequences of his choices. I guess men were wearing ski masks to help obscure their identities in this.
Who wants to watch that?
Yeah. I mean, hey,
I don't know.
You're pregnant. Wouldn't you want to know?
That's true.
Yes.
There you go.
And
There you go. You heard it here. You heard it here, folks.
I would love to know for the sake of my child and
Our child.
Our child. I'm
thank
so
you.
sorry. Yeah, I forget.
Yeah.
Lastly, someone said he not only cheated, he did it in the most hideous way. What sort of STDs has he brought to his fiancée and unborn child? You are not the asshole. His behavior is particularly disgraceful, given the way he's gone straight to offense and blaming you to deflect from what he's done. I hope she doesn't take him back. Yeah, I don't know the logistics, but I don't think there's a safe way that happens. Like, that's 1,000 people.
It's not foolproof. That's
definitely
for sure.
not.
It's really
Something could slip through.
That's just about the most heinous way to cheat on somebody.
That's a type of cheating that I would think many people who cheat would go, oh, well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not crazy.
It's the Godzilla of cheating.
They're like, how dare you? At least just find a motel.
Yeah.
Right.
And bang
I'm
your
a man
secretary.
of class.
Yeah. We've all heard about this video,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I have heard about this, yes.
Yeah. Guinness was there.
We're all men of culture.
The Guinness person was there like,
He's like, Jesus Christ.
This one doesn't count.
yeah.
It is funny. There's like a
Watch
there's like
Challenge Bit, they're there too.
there's like a Guinness World Records like dispatch center. And they're like, okay, you're gonna go to Smosh for this, and Jerry, you're going to the giant orgy.
Yeah.
He's like, yay.
Oh
I thought they would give me the most rubber bands on an arm.
Yeah. I'm in Iowa for biggest corn. Well, this corn here's
like,
pretty
well.
big.
Wait.
Yeah. What?
There's an update, isn't there?
update.
Oh my God!
1,000 updates.
Bonnie Blue weighs in.
It wasn't
She's
me.
like,
It wasn't me. It
total
wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
What I like about this story is that we're judging him. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of discourse I saw was focused on judging the woman in that video, but I'm like,
That's crazy.
It's 1,000 guys. I'm like, what are they thinking? Like,
Yeah.
what are they doing?
Let's look at that
here?
as well.
Update the next day. My friend's fiance wasn't the only one of our partners to do the lineup. Oh no.
Yes. Yes. Do they all just like live in the same town? She's like
geez.
British, right? Is this in the UK?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's a small island, you know. Everyone knows everyone.
It's a
God,
small
can you
world right at
imagine?
Disney, except it's horrific to look at.
Guys, get ready.
Okay.
OP writes, my boyfriend of 3 years was one.
Let's go! All right. Do you think they carpooled?
So was another friend's husband.
Stop! What are we doing, guys?
Okay, this is awful. These guys are idiots.
Oh no.
I don't want to see the sex. I want to see like the drive home,
Yeah.
where they're just all in the Jetta, just like.
Yeah. I like, it's either that or none of them knew they were going to be there, and they see each other in the ski mask. They're like, Jerry,
Steven?
Do you want to go
Don't
to
you have a
McDonald's
wife?
after this?
don't you have a wife?
God, what happens at the
Okay.
sexcation
Wow.
stays at the sexcation.
2 hours ago, he, OP's friend's fiance, posted screenshots of a group chat and photographic receipts no one could deny. Other men in relationships are involved. He said in the caption, I wasn't the only one there. Tags me, maybe check your man before coming for my relationship. Tags 5 other women. I'm not taking the blame alone and being seen as the bad guy, while tags the men did the same. There was a lot more said, but I stopped reading and just deleted my social media account and then blocked my now ex. I don't want to hear his explanation. I feel so humiliated and physically sick. I don't know how I'm going to face the coworkers or clients at work tomorrow. I wish I could just disappear. My phone is going crazy, so I'm going to turn it off, go take a long shower, then see if I can get any sleep for what I'm sure will be a hell tomorrow. Aww.
Dude, he really said, if I'm going down, I'm taking everyone down with me. That's wild.
But then it's like, well, good. I'm glad she initially said something.
Yeah.
Because she's, she got to end up like clearing out all the mines in the minefield.
No, she can't be like, I don't think she's upset that this all transpired, that this domino
Right.
effect
That's not.
happened.
I'm just like, well, I'm glad she did because now it's all out in the open.
But it is humiliating as
of
like,
course.
It really is the Godzilla of cheating.
It's
where
the Godzilla.
Because you're not only, you're cheating in like such a public way that it's like,
Right.
yeah, everyone's gonna know about this. They're gonna know I'm dating someone who did this without me knowing. And like, all right, dude, cool.
Yeah.
They should have had like a ski mask for like their whole body, you know?
Ski body.
Ski
body.
body. Skibbity toilet.
Whoa, we got there.
What's it called? The morph suits?
Yeah,
I could do a morph suits.
But just
Can you
their
imagine
penis is out.
1,000 guys in morph suits and they're just wieners are out?
And one mummy.
It's a funny image.
mummy.
One mummy.
Yeah, and one ninja.
Yeah.
Okay. If they all had Halloween costumes on, I might watch it.
That would be fun.
Cause it's like, oh, who's next? SpongeBob.
God.
And his nose. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just so, okay, may I say, horrible update.
Horrible update.
Could I
That's-
just say absolutely horrible update?
you may.
One of the worst?
Sometimes you get updates where it takes a real nice turn for the
I
positive.
know,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
what I love updates
That's what I thought
for.
was gonna
Man,
happen.
there's those ones where the updates get worse and worse, where we get more and more reveals.
Yeah. Damn. Is that where Five Guys Burgers and Fries got their name? That was a bad joke. That was a stupid joke.
5 burgers, 1 burger, 5 guys.
Hey, we got there again.
We figured it out.
We got there.
Comments. Honestly, he thought he was getting revenge when in reality he did all those women a big favor by exposing the rest of them.
Exactly.
Gotta love it when the trash takes itself out. Someone said, what a wild ride. I think OOP did the right thing by deleting her social media and taking time to herself. But what a horrible, horrible human being is this guy? I don't really know what to say. These guys, asterisks.
Yeah.
Someone said, radical concept. If you are in a committed monogamous relationship with a person, don't sleep with other people. It's not that hard. Jesus Christ. Bonus tip, don't film it. Someone said, I have never had an update knock me out of my chair this hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. OP, it's strange to read a story where OP is not the subject matter. They're
Right.
like, this is happening to my friend. And then they get dragged
it's
into
me
it.
too,
Oh,
yeah.
it's actually just as much me. These guys suck horribly. Wow. These are awful dudes.
Yeah.
Glad they got exposed.
It just
know.
sucks again.
It sucks. There's not really like any silver lining really out of this one.
I'm like, where did they find all these men?
LA casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thought I don't want to think too much, is just how many men were cheating on partners
Yes.
on that day.
Yes.
That's an aspect that I'm like, oh my God.
Right. Because we know it's got to be more than these 5 guys.
It's
And like when they casted for that, they didn't care about
they
that.
don't care
No.
about anything.
Like
They're reaching a number, not a
1,000.
quality thing.
How big was that crafty table? 1,000 guys?
I feel like it was less of a production than you're imagining it being.
I highly doubt.
Really?
I don't think they had sun chips on a table.
I'm
for these
imagining
guys.
they needed like a whole like Universal Studios soundstage.
They rent out
Like-
a CBS for it.
Yeah, they like flew people in. Like
Steven Spielberg's like, let's take it again.
I'm
He's
just
got
thinking like
the rig. He's moving around.
yeah, you need like military level like logistics to
Drones.
pull this off, I feel. Like how do you feed 1,000 people? That's like it's a problem the Romans had, you know?
Very true.
I'm imagining the visual of like waiting in line for Santa.
Oh no.
Like
That's so funny.
like just like you're just in
Yeah,
the
just
spiral.
this line. Yeah.
Oh, it's awful. I am so sorry, OP.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say to that one.
There isn't.
Sometimes
It's just
sometimes we read stories and we're just like,
damn.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to well, aside from the men in this story, I'm sorry to everyone involved in this.
this all just makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, our next story. This comes from Ask a Manager. Okay. My coworker tickled another coworker, and now there is chaos.
Classic.
We're having too much
Classic.
fun.
Classic. My company has had a relatively informal, somewhat relaxed working environment in the past, where colleagues generally got along well and we had a decent time together, even while working hard. Unfortunately, that balance has recently been upended in the department I work in. 2 weeks ago, my coworker Rachel kicked the power strip under the desk in her cubicle, so she slipped off her heels and crawled under to pop it back in. Oh, no. The young woman in the cubicle behind her, Monica, had a serious lapse in judgment at this point. She knelt down and slipped an arm around Rachel's ankles when she was vulnerable and began tickling her feet. It was an unusual moment, to say the least, and reactions ranged from amusement to mild horror.
Scott's disgusted.
Scott's curling up into a ball. He's like,
I was envisioning like tickling, like ha ha ha, like
Yeah.
or whatever, but like, oh, someone was
Got your legs!
someone was like, yeah.
if you're gonna go to tickle your coworker and the feet are the first thing you go for,
Yeah, you're not
that's
touching
somehow weirder.
You're touching someone's bare feet. That's
Oh my God! Like if you, you should never tickle a coworker. But if the story was like, oh, you came up behind someone you know and like kind of grabbed their midsection or something. I'm just saying you should never do it. But that's less freaky to me than while someone is on the ground going and grabbing their foot.
yeah. This is like, oh, they're in a vulnerable situation where they're crawling under a desk.
What if-
And you're grabbing them like a Stephen King monster. like, holy shit, dude.
Hey, you're under the desk. What if when Dina loved us, she was like, got your neck.
And here's the love.
Tickle, tickle.
If you asked Monica, she would say she only had a light hold to avoid getting kicked during a playful moment that went too far. If you asked Rachel, she'd say she was rendered largely immobile and humiliated. I didn't have the best view, but it looked to me as though reality was closer to Rachel's side. Our manager, Phoebe, rushed in after several seconds of laughing/shouting to break it up. It was a good thing she was there because I thought for sure that Rachel was going to slug Monica otherwise. This person watches Friends. Rachel, Monica, Phoebe.
Okay, cool.
Phoebe walked Monica to HR, and we wondered if Monica was done for. Apparently, they allowed her to remain with the company, but told her she'd be dismissed if she put one toe out of line. Heh. That's what it says. It says, parenthesis, heh.
Heh.
I don't know the details, but I do know that Rachel was furious that the girl wasn't fired. Since that point, she has done everything she can to make Monica so unhappy that she feels compelled to quit. From passive-aggressive emails to trying to rally coworkers to petition management to let her go, to bringing up the incident, as it's come to be called, at every available opportunity. As a result, Rachel is becoming difficult to work with, and Monica is becoming a basket case. It's gotten to the point where yesterday I talked to Monica because I felt sorry for her. I'd heard her crying in the ladies' room that morning, only to have Rachel snarl at me later for trying to be friendly. I'm fairly certain that Phoebe knows what's happening, but is hesitant to address the issue with Rachel since she was the original victim. Phoebe is also rather hands-off in management style, so that isn't helping the situation. The environment is becoming increasingly uncomfortable, and our department being split on whether Monica should have been let go from the start hasn't helped. And I can sense people starting to take sides. Any advice would be appreciated. Whoa.
That's crazy.
What a wild situation. This is so interesting. Because like I'm assuming for these managers, it's like this is not a situation you're prepped for.
Yeah.
Like HR is like, okay, like if someone like makes you uncomfortable, like does something like sexual or like flirts with you or something, like those are lines. But it's like, okay, so I was crawling under my desk and she grabbed me and tickled my feet. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. What? Like, oh yeah, like, our coworker's a leprechaun, and so
our coworker's Elmo.
This is Sesame Street. It's Sesame Street. My coworker's Elmo. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, because at the end of the day, I guess with tickling, there is no malintent. Right? Like you don't go to harm.
I need to see this because she's saying it's more like what Rachel said, where she was rendered immobile. Like grabbed the feet and was tickling.
What the f*** was going on?
The way she described it was like she put one arm around the feet. So I'm imagining she's like on the ground and she scoops her arm and then is grabbing her feet.
She headlocked her legs.
She headlocked her legs and is tickling
If this happens to me, I'm losing it. I'm running out of the building. Oh
Imagine,
she's like, hell yeah, brother.
imagine going home and being like, how's your day at work, honey? Like, I got tickled.
A lady grabbed my legs fully
in what world
and tickled me.
do you see someone like, oh, I have to fix the outlet and go, there's my opportunity to grab her by the leg? That's weird, dude.
I'm gonna start threatening people with that. Like if Spencer's being an asshole, I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm gonna tickle you.
That's gonna make you look so bad.
Pop those shoes off. I'm gonna tickle your feet. But it's like she had to take her. It's not a situation where they were like laughing and playing. It was like, oh shit, like I knocked off the power. Let me take off my heels, and I like that's a very vulnerable situation. Yeah. And I think it's hard for me to picture because we do such silly stuff on the regular here, right?
Not like that.
No, but I'm like, this wasn't a silly situation. They're not performing. Yeah. She's like, I'm crawling under my cubicle. She's probably not like wearing clothing where she feels comfortable doing that. And then someone grabs and is tickling. I'm like, yeah, it kind of is fireable. Like, I'm like, the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know how you reconcile this without firing them.
How long do you think was the wind-up on this? Like, she looks over, sees the heels coming off, and is it like a little like...
You see Rachel foaming at the mouth?
Yeah. Or is it like she sees and she's like, all right, finally. Like,
yeah,
how
finally got her.
was it?
Monica was the tickler. Rachel was the one who got tickled. So Monica was the one who saw the feet and was just like, oh, and like had to tickle.
Okay, you're Monica in your new job interview. Oh, so I saw you were at Brother and Will's accounting, and you left after 2 years. What was that?
Oh, yeah, it was great. I had a great time there.
Yeah.
I had to left. It was just this little, I took some steps that they disagreed with as a company, and
Creatively, or?
Yeah, it was a creative.
I don't think you should have been fired. I think you're doing a great job. Tickle. I tickled a coworker.
So yeah,
I had to leave.
So what happened was my friend, she kicked off the power and she had to take off her heels to crawl under her desk, and so I think in this industry, when we see opportunities, we have to take them. And so I scooped up her legs with one arm, like a sailor, and I tickled him. Like Macho Man Randy Savage. And I got her, and then naturally there was some resentment there.
Like, how do you ever get hired again if you got fired for tickling?
You just don't bring that up.
calling up your previous, your new company, calling up as a reference. Like, yeah, so why did you end up like parting ways with her?
She tickled the shit out of somebody.
She put someone's legs in a headlock and tickled her.
You wouldn't believe it. She was tickling everyone.
I do think it's one of those situations. I don't like to use this unless it's like really clear. If Monica was a dude, fired, like full on, like, so she needs to be fired the same way and treated the same way, because that is a wild, that's a wild thing to do. And I think it's because it's tickling. We're being like, oh, it's tickling. But
No, it's
like,
grabbing someone's body.
It's more than like grabbing someone and like holding them. I'm like, that's kind of like a very forceful move.
It's very invasive. Yeah.
So very clearly, Monica misread their relationship and friendship. And it's just some of those things where it's like, hey man, at work, no matter how friendly you are with someone, there's ground rules, right?
Yeah.
Like that's why, like, I'm sure, like, you know, romantic relationships in the workplace and friendships in the workplace, it's like, hey, but you just keep those boundaries.
Yeah.
Just keep it like, hey, we're at work, we don't do that at work.
Yeah, even outside of work, I don't think you grab bodies unless you have like full kind of.
I don't think I've ever tickled my friends.
I want to go so far to be like, I think we should stop tickling children when they're born, so we stop tickling as a whole.
You think tickling should be done with?
Yeah.
I would love for someone in the comments to tell me if their life was improved by tickling, because I can't think of anyone who was.
No. That's a fair. Hey.
My brother used to tickle me until I couldn't breathe, and it was really scary.
Tickling, I think, is like
that sounds awful.
I'm really ticklish.
Most of the times that I think of tickling, it is a form of bullying when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember tickling my brother, and it was hella funny, but.
You're like, actually, wait a minute. That shit was funny as fuck.
I do remember
My brother
doing
would
that,
scream
Dan.
really high pitch, and it's really funny.
TLDR, the Ask Manager responded, and here are the main points. The manager doesn't know if it's a fireable offense, especially if Monica's had no other problems in the past. There needs to be a serious, you cannot touch a coworker ever again, and there will not be another warning conversation. However, Phoebe, the manager, needs to sit down and have a talk with Rachel and say that she understands her feelings, but we have to keep a professional environment. The reality is, if Monica continues to work there, they can't allow one employee to bully another. Maybe moving desks will help the situation. I've got a pitch. Not a real one, but I've got a funny one. If the manager comes in and goes, okay, this situation's fucked. Monica, what the hell were you doing? You grabbed Rachel and you tickled her. That's not cool.
I just thought it would be funny.
Well, it's not cool, but here's the situation. Rachel, you're allowed to tickle Monica at some point, and you do not have to give her warning at any point. So Monica, watch your back. When you least expect it.
I don't know if I'll be able to focus on my work.
Well, you're gonna have to try.
Just standing over the cubicle wall, like looking down.
Like every now and then, Monica just turns and just across the way, just Rachel's just like, and like lowers down.
She's like,
And then like this is like nightmare fuel. But Monica's like in the bathroom, and all of a sudden she just sees like steps like outside the stall, and they just stop, and then they just like move again.
or their big red shoes, because it's Elmo.
A clown. She just comes to work dressed as a clown.
Elmo, yeah.
Oh God, no, that's not a real solution.
Yeah,
Okay, comments. I can't imagine ever wanting to touch my coworker's bare feet. Ew. Someone said Monica should have known better. Do not touch your coworkers like that, but management well and truly fucked up this entire thing from top down. If Rachel ended up leaving soon after, I'd have fully understood. Someone said, I'm trying to wrap my brain around why anyone would think, even in the most relaxed casual work environment, that it would be okay to engage in a tickling moment with a coworker.
no matter how casual we're talking.
Yeah, someone said management really dropped the ball here. Either fire her, Monica, outright, or apply some authority to manage the situation. Yeah, it's certainly like their response makes you not feel safe in that work environment. Because I'm based on like how OP is writing this and like the reactions from coworkers, I'm like I think if I saw this, I'd be like, oh, this was bad. I think like reading it and hearing tickling, it's hard for me not to associate it with like me as a kid, like with tickling.
I think seeing it would scar you for life.
I'm like, I think I would not be able to function. No. And I'm also thinking about like all the insane shit we do here at Smosh. Nobody has ever tickled another person here at Smosh.
If it wouldn't fly
like,
here,
if it's not flying here, it is not flying in a regular workplace.
I can't imagine tickling another adult, let alone in the workplace.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to look them in the eyes. Like, I just like,
I think it's like just the word tickle.
Yeah. For sure.
The finger movement too. Like the fact that this is the primary motion for tickling.
It really is like the creepiest thing that we societally like aren't looking down upon enough.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Update. 5 months later.
Whoa. We get an update
On the tickle?
on the tickle story.
This is fucking rad.
First and foremost, I want to thank you for taking the time to craft a thoughtful response to my letter. Monica, the tickler, left the company last week. I don't know all the details, but I reached out and she said that she and management came to an understanding, but wouldn't say more, and I didn't push. She was a middle child in a large family that showed a lot of physical affection, and tickling wasn't something vicious or mean as far as she was concerned, and it was probably that background that contributed to her lack of judgment. I won't make excuses for her actions, but I really feel bad for her and hope she finds another position and that she can learn from her mistake instead of being punished for it further. She is clearly an extrovert, and feeling cut off from people and caught in an atmosphere of hostility and isolation really affected her, though how much pressure was from Rachel and how much, if any, came from higher ups, I couldn't say. I offered to have coffee and catch up, and if she takes me up on that, I might have more info in the future. As for Rachel, once Monica was gone, some of my coworkers expected her to gloat or strut around, but she's been awfully subdued. She doesn't talk much about anything except work, even inconsequential things. Perhaps that will change, but it's as if she didn't know how to react once she got what she wanted. As far as I know, our manager never confronted her, though I won't swear to that. Things seem to be getting back to normal otherwise. Our boss brought some treats, and we did a couple of fun group exercises, and people have relaxed a bit. Still, I'm wary of how quickly things can get deeply uncomfortable. Thank you again for your time and your advice.
I'm sorry, but the beginning of that is so like Monica the tickler. It's like a Dark
Monica,
Souls boss.
the tickler.
It's like Molog the bloodthirsty. It's like Monica the tickler.
Monica, tickler of feet, like... Oh, God.
So Rachel was feeling weird when Monica left?
Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh, wow, she's gone. Like,
Yeah.
Because you have to feel, I would assume no matter how justified it is, you have to feel weird that someone got fired
for that.
you're
And
like...
you like kind of feel responsible, but you were just there. That's hard.
It's also tough. It's got to be a weird situation when, whether she left the company because of the situation or she was fired or whatever, that it was a one-time situation.
And it's just like that.
Because like if someone's doing a pattern behavior, it's like, oh, this is who they are and they are doing this and
She's a tickler.
I want them gone. But it's like this one-time
Yeah,
thing. It's
yeah.
got to be like, I would feel, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, I would feel guilty.
for sure.
So I'm like, oh, this one-time slip up, no matter how wild it was, but still it happened. It's like clearly the workplace cannot get past it.
Yeah.
And then your boss is like, I brought cookies. Like,
I brought cookies. Man, it's these situations that just ride the fence on things you've never heard.
It's literally Sesame Street.
It is Sesame Street.
Cookie Monster, Elmo.
Cookie Monster, Elmo.
what's a treats, right? He brought a treat or something. I guess cookies.
Yeah,
Or
probably
like, I don't know,
cookies.
slices of apples.
I would love that.
Hey,
Yeah, as a slice.
the count.
Slice, apple slices.
The count.
The cow?
The count, dude.
Another,
Yeah.
another one. Maybe it's an accounting firm.
Our next story comes from Entitled Parents. I've seen so many posts from this subreddit over the years, and it is awful.
Yeah, it's gonna make me mad.
Yeah.
Here we go. Karen threatens to get me arrested for gardening my garden.
Not Karen.
Title says it all. Because the groundhog had no shadow, spring came early, so I had decided to weed the garden strip that borders mine and Karen's property. There's a fence between the garden and her house. While doing so, I get rid of some of my daylilies that are on my property. I finish, return to my house, and continue my day until I hear a shriek from the side of my house. I rush over because I'm scared someone got hurt, and Karen, who just got home from work, asked me why I got rid of her lilies. I say that they were my lilies and that I was making space for tomatoes, cucumbers, and carrots. She then calls the police because I had destroyed her property. The police come and basically tell her to go inside and shut up because it's pretty clear whose flowers they were. Whew.
Karen.
Karen,
you idiot.
Karen.
Update. I'm gonna get right into it.
Immediate
'Cause I think we
update
need
for
more.
Karen.
This is an update to a previous post of mine, but I feel like this is big enough to warrant its own post. In my previous post, I explained that a woman flipped out over the fact that I had taken daylilies out of my garden in preparation for some vegetables and such I was going to plant. In the comments, some had suggested that I put a camera facing the garden in case Karen decides that the tomatoes look like they're on her side of the property line. Ooh. My aunt, who's not entitled, was switching from Arlo to Ring Home Security, so she sent me those. They arrived the morning of the fire, so no video. That aside, I did not expect Karen to do this. Yesterday, Karen got mega drunk. Like multiple cases of beer drunk.
Whoa.
I don't know what she was drinking, but she had obviously had a lot. And this put her anger over the edge about the loss of my lilies. She went with wood and fire starter to my neighbor's house, the one on the opposite side of her house than mine, and lit their bins on fire. This spread to their porch, and their entire home was alight. I'm a light sleeper, and living in a cul-de-sac was woken up by the orange haze floating through my windows. I called 911, the whole shebang, witness report and everything, and as I went out with the 911 operator on the phone, this shitbag gives a confession. After a while, and as the fire department shows up, she realizes her mistakes. 1, she lit a house on fire, and 2, she lit the wrong house on fire. She's being charged with arson and the like, and everyone got out. There's a mother, father, and 2 kids who are high schoolers. It still feels surreal.
Oh my God.
Holy crap.
Dude, she went on a Kender.
She is a Karen.
Whoa, I think you go past Karen.
Yeah.
Karen's, I mean, actually, to be fair, Karens do put people's life at risk a lot. I guess that kind of does make you a Karen. But this is full on arson and, I don't know, that's attempted murder, arguably, right?
much.
Lighting a house on fire with people in it.
Oh my God.
And lit the wrong house on fire.
Now, how do you mess up which house you light on fire?
Multiple cases of beer.
Yeah.
You've ever been
Left
7
and
beers
right?
in?
She comes out the porch and she's like, where are my lilies? I can't see them anymore. And she goes one way or the other.
When I'm 7 beers in, I don't know what's left and what's derecha.
That was awesome, dude. That was awesome.
I think I said left or left,
I think you did.
which is the joke.
Derecha is right.
It's right?
Izquierda.
Ah, okay.
A la izquierda.
There we go. I'm glad everyone is okay.
Yes, thank
I mean,
God.
But Karen's behind bars.
they lost their house. I would assume their insurance would pay for this because there's video proof of someone lighting their house on fire.
Thank goodness.
Whoa. Her life is over.
Karen's in jail, I'm assuming.
Karen's gonna go to jail.
She's behind bars.
Comments, I am sorry. Did I read this correctly? She lit a house on fire as retribution? I am done with the internet for today. Thank you. Someone else said, how insane do you have to be to light someone's house on fire over flowers? You have an entire yard. Plant your own lilies. Lastly, someone said, well, that took a sharp left turn from the sedate discussion of property lines and plant law that I was expecting. Whew,
That's
man.
crazy.
I just think, like, I've heard so many stories about, like, wild neighbors, and I think some, like, frankly, some, like, old people just spend too much time by themselves, and they just, like,
They drive themselves
fester and
crazy.
go,
Yes.
like, wild.
Yeah.
And then this happens.
When you don't
Yeah.
have a life to go live, you sit and you think.
Yeah.
And you're just in your own head and you spiral downward and you go f***ing crazy.
And you don't consider real world consequences. You're just like,
Absolutely.
all that I have to do is win this battle. But then the cops show up and you're like, oh yeah, I am a human
live
being.
in the world.
And you mix in 12 beers into that situation.
Right.
Is that the most entitled person, or is that, because was that entitlement, or was that just pure rage?
Well, they weren't even her flowers to begin with, so she's not
She
even
was entitled to someone else's property.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yes, and that doesn't really make sense inherently.
I think
That
she
was- it was very
believes
entitled.
she believes, I think maybe like because the lilies are in her line of sight and because
Right.
Everything the light touches
exactly.
is hers.
Is yours.
belongs to hers. She's like, I see those, that's in my backyard, those are mine.
Those are mine.
And when they're cut down, I didn't want them to be cut down, so therefore I have say over which house deserves to stay up.
So is Kate from John and Kate Plus 8 Mufasa in this story?
Yes. The wildest move that Karen could have done is when OP walks out and sees the house on fire, the neighbor's house on fire, and Karen should have turned and just been like, "Look what you made me do."
Yes.
And then you would have thought about that forever.
Oh yeah.
I do want the image of a Karen in full silhouette with a raging fire behind her. I feel like that would be a really
Well, it's kind of that
Yeah.
meme photo of the girl
Of the girl
smiling.
going-
Yeah.
It's a
But
pretty,
she's
that's
like
pretty
really
cool.
drunk too.
yeah, just
Ooh. Imagine like coming to from drinking so much.
Oh my God.
And finding out you lit a house on fire.
You're done.
I've never
done.
blacked out before, so
I
couldn't be me.
it's like why I don't like to ever get drunk because you're like, what did you do?
Oh yeah.
And that's so terrifying.
Talk about a hangover.
All right. The next one comes from Off My Chest. So we have a
boy.
confession here. I've found out why my husband hides his best friend from me, and I don't think there's anything I can do about it.
Okay.
Well, let's see. I, a 26-year-old woman, have been married to my husband, Dylan, 26-year-old man, for 3 years. We got together when we were 17, but we've known each other since the 4th grade. I love my husband. He's the total package. Funny, sweet, smart, and attractive. He's made my life amazing, and he's who I fully intended on spending the rest of my life with. Past tense there. We attended all the same schools from the time we met up until college. In that time, we've both made our own friend groups. He's been more connected with his friends than I have, and because of that, I've become a part of that group as well. I'd like to think. In that time, I've been around 50% of their group hangouts, mostly because of my job, but sometimes I'm just straight up not invited. I didn't question any of this because, hey, they're his friends. He doesn't see them nearly as often as he sees me. It's not my business. My husband met his best friend, Caro, 27 male, long before he met me. I knew almost nothing about Caro up until recently. He wasn't at our wedding, nor did he attend any of the same schools as us, and I was under the impression he wasn't friends with anyone in our group. I thought all of this was because of his line of work, as I was told he traveled a lot. Last year, me and my husband went to a barbecue hosted by another couple in the group. Caro was there. I didn't recognize him at first, but when I realized who he was, I was honestly kind of shocked. I had seen him in person before, but he always kept a very, very good distance from me, which I'm realizing now was intentional. Anyways, he's totally stunning. He looks like he could be a supermodel. When I attempted to make conversation with him, he seemed really nervous and totally shut me down after a few sentences. When I mentioned this behavior to anyone else, they also shut me down, saying things like, "That's just how he is," or "Maybe you said something that offended him." In short, no one would tell me anything about Caro at all. Any conversation that involved him was a no-go. At the end of the night, I tried talking to Dylan about his behavior. He told me Caro didn't like me. I was confused because I'd hardly seen him in person at all, let alone actually talk to him. The excuse my husband gave was that he disliked me because I cheated on my husband once in college, and Caro was too stubborn to let it go. I've seen Caro less than a dozen times since then, mostly at birthday parties, huge get-togethers, and on one occasion he came to our house to watch a football game with my husband and a few of their other buddies. Anyways, a few weeks ago, my husband went fishing with his cousin. That same night, I had some of the girls in our friend group over for a girls' night type thing. Lily, a 24-year-old woman, was scrolling through some social media. I was glancing over her shoulder when I saw a selfie of Dylan and Caro sitting next to each other in a hot tub. The selfie had been posted maybe 30 minutes ago. I asked Lily about what I had seen, and she went pale. She tried saying nothing, but I snatched the phone from her and went to the profile that posted the photo. The profile belonged to my husband. It was a private profile, and scrolling through the photos, most of them were dirty jokes or memes, but the rest of them were photos of him and Caro. Either they were hanging out alone or with the rest of the group, minus me. Most of the photos seemed way too close, too touchy, or doing things that seemed too personal or intimate for friends to be doing. I spent a good 10 minutes looking before I couldn't take it anymore. I was horrified. All of the photos were dated to nights my husband told me he was working late, hanging out with this relative or that, times that he told me he was doing something else, and obviously hangouts I wasn't invited to. Lily just sat there looking dumb. She didn't say anything, but all the girls were looking at us like a bomb had just gone off. They clearly knew what I had seen, and their reactions were enough to confirm exactly what I was afraid of. I was livid. I started yelling. Lily was crying, and the rest of the girls were freaking out. When I started to calm down and demanded that they explain what was going on, Lily told me everything. Dylan and Caro had been sleeping together and very essentially dating behind my back since before we even got married. They got together during a 1-month break me and Dylan had during college, and they stuck together ever since. They all knew, and none of them told me until I found out the hard way. Caro wasn't at our wedding because he felt guilty. He avoided me like the fucking plague because he felt guilty. They arranged group meetups in a group chat I wasn't in because they all liked Caro enough to spare his feelings. Even the guys in the group felt the same way about him, apparently. Caro was never as distant as I thought he was. He was just being hidden. Dylan was hiding him from me because he didn't want me to find out they were together. By the end of it, half of us were sobbing, and everyone who wasn't was apologizing to me. I was so angry. I made them swear they wouldn't say anything to Dylan or anyone else. I kicked them all out and cried myself to sleep. I was basically in denial, like it was some kind of sick prank. My husband didn't come home until the next morning. He told me all about the supposed fishing trip he'd gone on. I didn't say anything about what I knew. I guess he could tell something was up because he kept asking me what was wrong. All day, every 5 minutes. Eventually, I just told him I'd been in an argument with my sister. By the end of the week, I was totally numb. Last night, while my husband was handing out candy to kids, I saw a notification pop up on his phone. Since I knew his password, I opened it. It was a text from Caro. I looked through the conversations they'd had. It confirmed everything. It was devastating. Dylan texted Caro the exact same way he texted me. He told Caro he loved him. Every sweet thing he said to me had been said in his conversations with Caro. I was hardly mentioned. I put his phone back before he noticed. Dylan is at work now. I don't know what to do. I could never imagine myself leaving Dylan because he's such a loving partner and a good man. But I can't see myself winning in a competition against Caro if that's what it comes down to. I can't even make myself be disgusted or angered by Dylan. I love him too much. I'm not even upset with Caro, but I'm so hurt. I don't want to risk losing my husband, and I don't want to share him. I called Lily and my sister this morning and told them about what I had found. They both asked what I'm going to do, and I had nothing to say. I don't know what to do at all.
Jesus Christ.
I am exhausted.
Wow.
What?
Because I just thought like, oh, maybe like, you know, they just like had a little fling, they did a little bit of cheat. But this is like, this has been going on.
Little bit of cheating.
We do a little bit of cheating as a treat.
Just like just a little pinch of a cheat. But this is like a full-blown relationship.
I didn't expect this at all. I actually thought in my weird brain that Caro was like attracted to her, and he was.
I was thinking that.
And he was like aggressively keeping him away because she said he's stunning.
I also thought he's stunning as a supermodel. I thought the husband was keeping him away.
He's like, don't
because she's
see
like,
my
he's like, I
friend.
don't want her. My wife is gonna fall in love with you.
That's what I thought.
Because you're so hot, bro.
Because you're so hot, bro.
You're so hot, bro. What if we went out?
Yeah. Should we kiss and do a little cheating?
Maybe that's been his strategy the whole time, is to like have sex with Caro so Caro doesn't have sex with his wife.
Well, they've been together before.
Before they
him
were
and his
even
wife.
married.
He's always thinking 3 steps ahead.
I
this
understand
Dylan guy.
the entire friend group was like down to help
No, it's
cover
so
this
messed
up.
And
It's
the
so
women
messed
came
up.
over, and I could not go over a woman's house and keep this secret from her.
Hell no.
I don't think I couldn't act like a normal person.
It's coming out.
Some
Well,
people can just live life keeping secrets.
And that,
I don't know.
And that makes me like think, are they more friends with that couple?
They are. They have to be.
Yeah, but it's like, damn. But it's like, this has been going on long enough that you're friends with both.
Yeah.
Or it's like, if like I'm hanging out with someone and they're like, yeah, I have this long-term affair, but my partner doesn't know about it. And I'm like, well, either I can't keep that secret or we can't hang out because I'm going to tell them. Like, it's going to come out.
No, 100%. I wouldn't be able to keep a secret.
I would just
like
feel so
Even if I
awful.
was genuinely trying to keep the secret, there's no friggin' way I'm going to do it.
No.
Like, I'm going to fail at
It's
that.
not going to be a comfy hang.
No.
You're
it's
like,
not a good time.
spirituality. Let's pull some tarot. Cheating? Oh, death card again. Oh.
They're all following the secret account where they're just like posting blatantly about it.
I will say
Yeah.
that sometimes what happens in these situations is one of the people will tell other people that it's a consensual situation, and then suggest like, but it's like don't ask, don't tell, so don't talk about it with my partner.
We're in an open relationship, but we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'd still be like,
they seemed like they were like, uh-oh, she found out.
I think you would know that's not true by talking to her. Because OP,
No,
there's
that's
no way
true.
conversation with her.
Yeah.
I would need that confirmed from both partners before I'm
Also,
like.
to have an Instagram account
It's insane.
that
I'm always shocked by the audacity of cheaters in so many of these stories, because there was a cheater who got it tattooed the name
Oh, yeah.
of his partner,
Lily.
like of the affair partner.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm like, wow, you're
Whoa.
confident. So we have some context down below where Dylan, the husband, is an openly bisexual man, and apparently his family and stuff knows, and they're okay
Cool.
with it. But it's possible that Dylan at least thinks that his family would not be okay with him marrying a man. So they're fine with him being bisexual as long as he's married to a woman.
He's married to a woman and has like the presenting face of.
Right,
That's so sad.
but the wife didn't consent to that.
Yeah, I don't.
So
that's all like context.
Oh,
Yeah.
So do we think that he would have wanted to get married to Carol but didn't?
That's possible motivation for the horrible thing he's done.
This is so.
But he's still done a
This
horrible
is
thing.
so sad though to me. This
It
is
is
so
sad.
Yeah, it is.
sad.
It
It's
is.
deeply
It
sad.
is.
And you know what I really relate to, sadly, is how she's still here going, but he's a good man, and like
know.
I love him, like
Sure.
because this is clearly initial shock,
Yeah.
and to us reading it, it's like, what you go, what why are you this is
But
gonna
she
end?
does love
but in that
him.
moment, you're trying to let go of like this person that you know, and it's like, but he's not who you thought he was.
No.
he is a completely different person.
And there's no way that like he's going to be on board with severing from this other guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's just going to breed an insane amount of resentment that he won't be able to.
He
get
loves.
over.
He's in love and loves two people.
This is as extreme as cheating really gets, beyond having like a secret family, right?
Yeah.
This is full on, has another relationship that he almost seems more dedicated to.
Yeah.
And what's sad is like all her friends lied to her too. Like
Yeah.
That's so
you
painful.
don't trust anyone now.
No.
Yeah.
Comments, he is having a full-blown affair. Leave. Also, your friends suck. How long have they known? Were they happy for you to be in an open relationship without you knowing? Disgusting. Someone said he's been with Caro since college, but he married you. And Caro was fine with being a side piece this whole time? Honestly, Dylan can't be worth this. You're married to the idea of having known your person your whole life like it was fated. But look at what you're trading for that false narrative. What you thought you had with Dylan was just a dream. You dreamt that up all by yourself. Every liar by extension in your friend group watched you sleep, then aided Dylan and Caro to keep you in the dark. I'm so sorry, although it feels impossible, there are absolutely better days ahead. Lastly, someone said, I honestly would just break up with him and divorce him. It sucks that this happened to you and no one was able to be honest to you about it. At the very least, I would spend some time alone and think about what I want and need in my life. I would recommend talking to him about it and letting him know how you feel.
Because if she gave him an ultimatum, she would be even more hurt. Because his heart is half, it's like
Yeah.
split.
It's
Yeah.
done.
She just needs to leave,
It
unfortunately.
is done whether she realizes it or not. Like, I think it's done. Like, I think even if she was like, I want to make this work, it's done.
It's done.
But we'll find out. Update. I was unaware it was a big trend to repost Reddit posts onto TikTok. This is what happened with my first post, and the video has almost 700,000 views. A friend of mine, Noah, who I am name dropping because I know he will see this, and I appreciate him dearly, forwarded me the video because he knew it was my post. I explained the situation to him prior, and he knew I had posted it. There are several things I want to address, and I ask whoever made the video, because they clearly use Reddit, posts this too, to clear my name. Everybody in my life knows by now, so I see no harm in addressing you personally. To recap, yes, I am leaving Dylan. No, I did not actually cheat on him. It was a huge misunderstanding between the two of us that led him to believe and tell people that I cheated. I don't even know if what he told me about Caro's dislike for me is or was true. No, I am not going to sue him for everything he has. I will no longer be speaking to anyone from that group. I may have been naive, but I am not stupid. No, I still do not know why they chose to betray me like that, and I don't intend on finding out. Yes, while his parents were accepting of LGBTQ+, I don't think they would have been okay with Dylan marrying a man. From here on out, I doubt I will have anything to say. That is all. Thank you. Also, I have never watched Brokeback Mountain, but the jokes about it did make me chuckle. Oh, there's that.
Wow.
Right.
Okay, Reddit.
Okay, Reddit.
They're like, Brokeback Mountain, that was a movie with two guys.
Hey, I have not actually seen Brokeback Mountain, but in it they go on.
Not an ally.
You need to go home.
Give us your
right
ally
now
card.
and go. Okay, but in Brokeback Mountain, they go on a fishing trip, and that's the famous scene when they're holding each other looking at the gorgeous mountains. And that's where Heath Ledger met Michelle Williams.
Can you believe
Very
that lost
tragic
to
end.
Crash?
Yeah, I have not seen Brokeback Mountain, but I know it was robbed because I've seen Crash.
You need to leave right now and go home and watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that okay with everyone?
I am wearing cowboy boots, so I got. I gotta go do it. All right, our next story.
That
one was a lot.
That
I guess
one's
we can move on, but this is gonna be forever. It's one of those Reddit stories that's forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
All right, our next story
All right.
comes from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for saying my wife wasn't my dream girl in a trivia game?
Whoa.
Why are you writing this
no.
post, bro?
I feel like all you have to do is write that sentence, and then you should be having a question like, wait a minute.
Oh, that sucks. So my wife and I have been doing a game night every so often with some other couples via Zoom since we can't go out and see people lately. This was in the later part of 2020.
Okay.
We
Wonder
were
what
playing
happened.
this. We were playing this card game the other night that was basically a trivia game for couples to play, and you are asked a question and you write down your answer, and your partner has to guess what they think you answered. If they guess correctly, your team gets a point. Whichever couple knows each other the best wins. So some of the questions in this version were a little spicy, and one of the questions was, who is your dream man/woman to have sex with? I wrote down my spin instructor.
No! I thought he was gonna put like Jennifer Lopez or something. No, you don't put a real person who you can go and see.
Oh, no.
No, you don't do that.
Oh, dude, you're
Shakira.
so dumb.
Right.
Rihanna.
There's like a version of this that's like not writing your wife.
Yeah.
But is like, okay.
Like Sandy Cheeks. Like, I think that like something like that's funny,
Right.
you know?
Okay. I wrote down my spin instructor since my wife knows I think she's hot and thought she'd guess her and we'd get a point. Well, me, turns out every other husband either wrote down their wife or a celebrity/fictional character.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fictional character is the way to go. My wife was livid and upset. I tried to explain I didn't actually want to do anything with my spin instructor, and I would never even briefly consider being unfaithful. It was just me trying to play the game. She doesn't believe me, saying everyone else's instinct was women who didn't exist, or better yet, their wives. I feel really bad, but also really confused. I don't know how to deal with this. Is she overreacting, or am I an asshole? And no need to tell me about the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. No, I hadn't seen it. Yes, I've seen it now. Almost every man there sent me references to it as soon as the video was off. I'm sure there's a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode that matches this. What the hell was this dude thinking?
This guy was not.
Oh my God. I think that might genuinely be it. Like, I don't want to be mean, but I think he might just genuinely have not been thinking. Like, he could just be a very, like
there could have been some
dumb,
drinks in him.
like, yeah, like, he
Because
just might be dumb.
That's just the dumbest thing I've heard, so maybe it's like a dumb thing.
It's like almost so dumb that I'm like, maybe he genuinely didn't understand that that was an insane thing to do. Like, he was so stupid in that
Because the
moment.
way he said it was like, my wife knows I think she's hot. I think my spin instructor's hot, so she's gonna say that.
Right.
The logic is not there.
It's so, oh my God.
There's also, we play so many of these types of games. There's moments in these types of games where it's like, you even know you're not gonna get a point, right? You know, like, okay, I'm thinking they're not gonna say this, but it's a fun thing to say. Like, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna say the cute thing. I'm gonna say the wholesome thing. I'm gonna say whatever.
Right.
It's like, you don't, I don't know. Yeah, he was not thinking here.
He's not.
Because even his strategic explanation does not make sense.
No.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
That sucks.
That's bad.
in front of friends.
It's all.
God.
Okay, the verdict was asshole.
Yeah.
Comments. You're the asshole. Who humiliates their wife in front of friends? Oh, right. You do. I would strongly suggest you quit your spin class immediately and spend as much time and effort as it may take groveling to win back your wife's trust. Good grief, man. Someone replied to that saying, honestly, OP is going to hear about this for ages, but if he doesn't quit that spin class ASAP, oh boy. He just gave her a massive reason to worry about it, in addition to humiliating her in front of friends. OP, you're the asshole, buddy. Big oof. Someone had said, you're the asshole. Dream girl. i.e. someone you will literally never get the chance with, like a celebrity. You don't put down someone that you know in real life that you interface with on a regular basis.
Exactly.
You're the asshole. Come on, man. A woman you know in real life? There is such a clear difference between talking about a celebrity crush or a character from a TV show. But you chose someone you realistically could hook up with, which is what your wife will be thinking about from now on when you go to spin class.
Exactly.
And it had to be a spin class too. Like, come on.
Cliche.
I don't know if this is the biggest asshole, but this is the biggest idiot so
Yeah,
far.
this is big dumb dumb.
Big dumb
This is big dumb dumb.
Hall of Fame.
Big dumb dumb.
Hall of Fame stupid.
Oh my God. Nuclear stupid.
Oh man.
Oh my God. I've heard of other stories like this though, where people say a real person. Like when we were talking about like, oh, if you could sleep with anyone in the world, who would it be? And they say someone they know. It's like, what are you doing?
That's just an odd way to answer that question anyway.
Yeah. And to be fair, most of the time when I've heard those stories, it's like teenagers. So it's like, oh, you're young and you're not thinking. I'm like, dude, you're older, you're married.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Ooh.
Oh, please let there be an update.
There's no update. The context points that he has talked about this spin instructor to his wife before. He's been like, yeah, my spin instructor's hot. It's like, what are you doing?
I don't know if I was in a marriage if I would want to hear that personally.
People are, I think, people have varying degrees of it, but there's a matter of trust, right? There's a matter of like understanding. I think even if this was a couple where they both feel comfortable being like, whoa, that person's hot, or like, oh yeah, that person's really hot, in this context, it's still kind of embarrassing. It's disrespectful in front of people. And clearly his wife felt disrespected. He's writing this post because his wife felt disrespected.
Yeah, if it was like an
this.
inside joke that they'd made before, then but like, no, that's
It's
so
really
insane.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. She was like, good luck getting your spin instructor, big shot. Then he was like, oh, my spin instructor.
Oh.
God. Oh, I feel very bad for the wife.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, lady.
Oh.
Well,
No update.
I'm just imagining being a friend in that room. I don't know if I would be able to keep it together.
I think I would close my laptop and be like,
I would struggle.
internet went out.
I think I'd literally be like, you're dumb as like I don't know. I might have to call him out in the moment and be like, that's insane.
Like, bro, that's crazy.
I would have a hard time not laughing out of complete discomfort.
Absolutely.
I would be so uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Am I the asshole for walking out on a double date my friend set up with him, his girlfriend, and a girl I had already rejected before?
Oh, no. This is on the friends already. You gotta vet that shit.
No.
You need to do your FBI work.
Bad friends.
Ooh. I feel like I need to say this for this post not to be removed. This is not about the date, about relationships or something. I want a judgment on me walking out of there. Okay. Cast. Me, 25 male. Joe, 26 male. Jane, 24 female. To give you a little background to the situation, I met Jane through Joe's girlfriend at her birthday party last year. At first, Jane was fun to talk to, but not even an hour later, Jane was really into me and tried really badly to hit on me during the party, which pretty much ruined my time there as the feeling was not mutual in the slightest bit. Also, at the time, I was already with someone. So the first impression I got from Jane was that she was clingy, annoying, and just wouldn't stop bothering me.
Oh my God.
Damn, dude. Unfortunately for me, she became part of my larger friend group because she is part of Joe's girlfriend's friend group. That is a mouthful, sheesh. And because me and Joe hang out a lot and I am also friends with his girlfriend, I pretty much run into her at least twice a month. So the first time Jane asked me out was a month after that party. I informed her I was with someone and not interested. She tried again 2 months later when I broke up with my then girlfriend. Again, I declined her advances and told her I was not interested. I got into a new relationship not long after, but unfortunately, she and I broke up about 2 months ago. Since then, as you might have anticipated, Jane has asked me out again. I said no, again. Well, that brings us to this week. Everything has been opening up here. This was written about 2020. And Joe has been trying to fix me up with a friend of his girlfriend and would not tell me who. He is well aware of me having rejected Jane multiple times and the fact I am not interested in her. He knows this in detail. After a lot of what he calls convincing and I call whining, I had no interest in dating anytime soon. I relented and decided to agree to this double date idea of his. We agree on meeting at Joe's apartment and lo and behold, Joe, his girlfriend, and Jane are occupying the dinner table, obviously intending for my date to be Jane. I honestly just got so damn angry that I couldn't even get a single word out, turned around, and left. I have been bombarded with texts and calls about how much of a douche I am and how terribly I hurt Jane and so on. And I am just like, I literally rejected her like 3 times. I am not interested in her. You knew that. Your girlfriend knew that. Our entire friend group has a running joke about Jane being obsessive, for f***'s sake. So literally everyone knows it. So am I the asshole?
No.
No, I don't think so. immediately no. I think this is a good situation, and I try not to say this too often. If the roles were reversed, it'd be like, oh my God,
Then
what
it's
the,
creepy.
like what the hell?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
guy
No,
has
you're
asked
right.
you out 3 times, you keep rejecting him, and now your friends
Yeah.
set him up without telling you.
No, you're right.
That I think there's that feeling of like unsafeness. Whereas with a girl, it's like, oh, come on, she's
Yeah.
harmless. It's Jane, like, don't worry. It's like, hey man, like, I've rejected her 3 times. She's not listening to me.
And you're not owed my time or attention.
Yeah, it's really more like I think it's fair he's walking out on his friends being so disrespectful of him.
That's what it is mainly. It's just like, listen to me. Just hear me out.
Yep.
Yeah, they completely. It's that thing of like, well, you don't know what's good for you. We know what's good for you. It's like, come on, man.
And there's one part of that where that person could say that to him, but then to force it in front of him and put him in an awkward position. Like I even understand this person being upset with his friend being like, please give Jane another shot. Like, and being like, please stop. But then to just like not even do that and just like literally force it.
Yeah. I've never had this type of situation happen.
It definitely happens for me in the gay community too, and people just waiting to take advantage of your boundaries. They'll like stay around you just so that opportunity might arise.
Yeah.
Maybe if I have enough to drink, or maybe if I'm like out on the right night, they'll get lucky or some shit.
Or I struggle with like, if I don't have someone I'm seeing during that another person, like this OP like was seeing somebody, and then that was then they stopped seeing that person, and then Jane went back in again. And sometimes I feel like people use people not being single as like a way.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you can just be said no to. You don't always need an obstacle of a person. Does that make sense? Like, like I feel like a lot of women, their no is more powerful when they have a boyfriend, rather than their just no is a no.
Yeah.
And like I found that a lot, where like sometimes I will be more respected if I say I'm in a relationship, even if that's not true.
Yeah.
And then it gets someone to actually disarm, rather than me just saying like, oh, I'm so sorry, no.
Yeah.
So.
I still cannot comprehend that people hear no and don't stop.
Yeah.
I've never comprehended it because for me, any sign of interest, and I know I go overboard where people don't say no, but I'm like, oh, but I'm inferring that they're not interested. And so I'm like, but as soon as I get like no, or that I feel they're not interested, I'm like, all right, like
I'm out.
I'm fully out.
Yeah.
I'm fully out in a way that I'm like, if like the ball's in their court, if they were like, hey, you know what, actually I'm interested, I'd be like, okay, but I'm not gonna pursue in any sort of way, not that I won't try to like be friends with someone, not that I don't see something, but romantically, I'm like, all right, I'm fully out. There's also the aspect, the friends are atrocious here.
Yeah.
Because I think setting up friends with someone is a very kind, cool thing that people can do, but not someone that they've rejected multiple times.
And
that is
the whole friend group knows?
Yeah, and makes jokes about it, but then does it?
And I also don't like when friends set you up, or when friends are setting someone up because it's convenient for them, because it's like, oh, we're all in a friend group. Why can't you make this work? It's so easy. Jane's our friend because she's friends with my girlfriend.
This was disrespectful. This was disrespectful to him. It was also disrespectful to Jane.
I feel bad for Jane too.
For them to do this.
She's got
they
these
know
people in her head going like, just try it again.
They're probably I'm inferring here, they're probably reinforcing her. She's probably going, oh, like, he rejected me, but I'm really into it. And they're like, you know what? Just like, give it some time, or like,
He's this
you know
way,
what? Like, whatever.
or-
Like, they need to, if they're a really good friend, they need to be telling Jane, like, you need to stop.
Yeah.
He's rejected you 3 times. Stop. He's not into you. As your friend, that's important. And then it's also as a friend being like respectful of your friend who's not into her, and recognizing that. They were so disrespectful to both of them, and then they hurt both of them in the process. You guys ever been on double dates?
I'm trying to think. Oh, yes, I've been on one double date. It was great.
Yeah. I've never been on a blind date. So I've never been set up in a way that's like, oh, it's a blind date.
No, that seems hard.
I've only been set up with friends in that it's been fully transparent of like, oh, I have a friend who might be like a thing.
I mean, my double date story that I can think of that makes me understand this a little bit more is I had like friends, 2 best friends that were dating, and then their best friends was the person I was dating. Like, it was kind of like a best friend group a little bit. And there were times where I think when you're double dating your friends, and everyone's dating in a friend group, you like want each relationship to be calibrated with the next. Like, I remember there was like we want to go on a trip. And in my relationship, wasn't ready for a trip. But our best friends in their relationship, they were ready for a trip. And it was kind of like, let's force this because it would be fun as a group, like kind of like dating as a committee, rather than like just genuinely one-on-one and one-on-one. But it's fun, right? And you're like, this is like really fun.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes it puts pressure on people. Like, it sounds like Jane was pressured by these friends because they were like, we can all be this fun group and all be partners and all do stuff together and it will be really fun, which it is. But then sometimes you lose sight of like, no, but by yourself, do you want to date Jane? No. Then don't date Jane, you know? Like,
because what's worse is if you force a bad relationship and then you got that will destroy a friend group.
They're like fighting in front of everybody.
Yeah, it's like, hey, don't make something, like, you want people to be genuinely happy. Like, you should want your friends to be living their best life. So you shouldn't force them to something they don't want. The verdict is not the asshole.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Comments, not the asshole, but your friend obviously is. Setting someone up with someone who rejected that person is cruel. Not the fact that you turned around. I would honestly have done the same. Someone said, you've made your feelings more than clear to Jane and your friend as well. You had every right to leave, as you had already rejected her 3 times, and still she set herself up for rejection number 4. You're not responsible for her hurt feelings at this point. Your friend should have known better than to blindside you with a date with someone who he knows full well you have 0 interest in. Though, if I might venture a guess, I'd say that the double date was 100% Jane's and your friend's girlfriend's idea, and your friend most likely just got pressured into convincing you to come. OP said, even so, he is one of my best friends. He shouldn't be screwing me over like that. Even if it was 100% their idea, I still blame Joe most. Lastly, someone said, not the asshole, you definitely made the right call by leaving. Jane is trying to force you into a relationship with her, and if you give her even the slightest implication that there may be a chance, she will continue pestering you with unwanted attention. She needed this very clear message that you are not interested in even entertaining the idea of dating her. Her feelings towards you do not entitle her to a shot with you if you aren't interested, and you already told her several times that you weren't. This is honestly really disgusting behavior on Joe and his girlfriend's part, and they should be apologizing to you. Update. A lot of them today. Updating.
Yes, Shane. Yes.
Yes, Shane, top.
I float away. At any rate, like I said, here goes. It turns out that some of the more pessimistic of you were right. Jane was being obsessive and stalkerish, and it sort of all came tumbling down on her at that point. A week or so after I made my post, she decided to message me. It came down to her not understanding why I was showing interest in her and then refused to date her. I never showed interest in her beyond basic friendliness. A wall of text dedicated to thrashing my previous relationships and calling them all sorts of names, specifically pointing out how I dated the wrong girls, and a weird rant about how everyone agreed me and her were meant to be, which just isn't the case. Like I said in my previous post, there is a running joke in our friend group about how weird she is. Now, you might think this is something that can be expected, something that just happens, an outlet for her of sorts, except she sent it from the wrong account. See, I had become internet friends with a person in the past month or 2. Me and her would game together, chat from time to time, you know, the usual organic internet friend situation. No! And the messages concerning our date were sent from this account. Turns out she had literally used this alias to infiltrate my internet friend group and keep tabs on me of sorts. Obviously, this freaked me the fuck out. I took screenshots of what she had sent me and afterwards blocked all accounts that I knew now she was using. I followed that up by sharing everything in our friend Discord and in our friend WhatsApp group so everyone could see, which resulted in her being kicked from both. And I later got a call from Joe, full-on apologetic, telling me he had no idea and he knew he shouldn't have done it, but that his girlfriend was being pressured by Jane. Turned out Jane had literally been bitching at her for months to arrange something like this, and she finally caved. Again, creepy stuff. And I told him that I needed some time as he really f***ed me over big time, and I didn't trust him anymore as a result. While Jane has been shunned by all friends, she still contacted me twice, once to apologize, which quickly turned into weird shit, where she started talking about us. She seemed convinced there is an us and I am interested. The second time she contacted me was just to curse at me, both from random accounts. I am not sure where to go from here, and I am still pretty shook up.
I wanted to say that my instincts were right on the money. I didn't say anything, but I was like, it feels, as soon as he said that Jane was obsessive, I was like, it feels like she's like masterminding this shit. Like she's got all the friends in place, like chess master or some shit. Like Jafar is what it's giving. It's like,
It's giving Jafar.
I'm gonna get in charge of this whole kingdom so I can marry the princess.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. The catfish side part?
Yeah.
Update? Side plot?
Catfish side
Part update, side plot?
The red flag of someone not taking a hint is really scary because it's like, how far can they not take a hint?
Yeah.
It's literally like, I can win. And you can't win love. That's not how it works.
And it's also giving, it's my way or the highway. Like, I want this. I don't care if you don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to find a way, even if I have to change my damn name. That's crazy. And I don't like saying the C word.
It kind of feels like, we can finally be together. We did it.
It's me, Jane.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous behavior, and it is really scary when someone thinks they know what's best for you.
Yeah.
And they go, well, no, I see us, but you don't see it. It's like,
no.
You said we don't have chemistry, but we work so well together in Overwatch.
Yeah.
We have so many team wins.
Yeah.
It's like username Jafar. Not Jane.
Not Jane. Jane Farr.
Yeah.
Jane Farr.
Hot girl that isn't Jane.
I have to tell you something. My name's not really Bane. It's Jane. Yeah, I think we've read so many stories that have to do with like catfishing.
Yeah.
Catfishing blows my mind.
Yeah.
It is terrifying, but it's also extremely fascinating. I don't know if like real-time logic can be applied to it. Like, I think it is, I mean this little, like it's a level of delusion that I don't think I can understand.
I mean, to me, I can, if I really, really think about it, I think it's like this girl, Jane, like wanted this level of connection with this person so badly that they didn't even care if they had to change themselves. Like, or they had to like hide behind, I mean, a lot of people hide behind something else in order to connect because she was getting the vibe, obviously, that she wasn't a connect. But she was like, but I know I can connect with this person.
What's really scary about it too is I feel like in all these situations where I read about this, I don't believe for a second that Jane actually knows who he is.
No.
They're in love, they're obsessed with an idea that doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's really, really unhealthy.
There's something in my head that's like, okay, so I'm thinking in the head of someone catfishing. It's like, oh, well, they'll get to know me, the real me, so that the physical thing doesn't really matter.
Yeah, like
much.
I think like it, honestly, if you track it all the way back, it's a deep need to connect.
Yeah.
And they will do that at any cost. And they're not really thinking about the last act where they have to kind of then be the person they are.
Yeah. It's probably addictive too. It probably gives them a rush that they feel like they have what they want.
Yeah.
It's hard to just walk away from that.
Attention.
Yeah. All right. Our next story comes from Relationship Advice. I fell in love with my married neighbor, and then I babysat his kids. Now I'm questioning my feelings.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh.
No.
That one made me a little nauseous.
No.
And I bought the kids boots that were $5 million.
Okay, so first of all, I'm new to Reddit, so sorry if there are any mistakes or something. There's no mistakes on Reddit.
There's lots of mistakes on Reddit.
Yeah. I obviously can't talk about this with any of my friends or my mom, but then I saw a Reddit post on TikTok and I thought this would be a good place to talk about this. I'm also gonna post this in a couple of different places based on what came up when I Googled best Reddits to post on for advice. So also sorry if this shows up multiple times. Finally, I know you all are gonna judge me, but at least try to understand my side. Thanks. So I'm a 34-year-old woman, and 7 months ago, I had a messy breakup with my long-term boyfriend. So I moved in with my best friend and her husband in a house we are all renting together. It was then that I met my neighbor, who I will call Kay. He helped us move our stuff into the house, and I was instantly smitten. We live in the suburbs of a major city, so we both ended up taking the train into work at the same time each day. I knew Kay had a wife and kids very early on. He talked about them often and pictures of them on his lock screen, social media, etc. However, it initially started out as a very innocent, silly crush. He is handsome, funny, and sweet. The first time we rode the train, he asked me about my job and seemed genuinely interested in what I was saying, which is something my ex never did and is something we fought over a lot. He is always doing things for his kids, like bringing home treats and stuff for them, and staying on the phone with his older daughter the entire ride to work because she needed a pep talk before a school presentation. It was just so easy to imagine how lovely and attentive Kay would be with me because he is like that with everyone else.
No.
Kay has never said or done anything to imply that he has feelings for me yet. But we are genuinely...
Please, no.
She didn't emphasize yet, but she wrote it. But we are genuinely friends by now because we talk on the train, which is about a 20-minute ride, almost every weekday. I've never had the trouble of getting attention of men, and with this basis we have already, I know that we could easily become something more. I also learned shortly after I developed feelings for him that his wife is someone I went to school with, and I was surprised because they are polar opposites. He is funny, she is dry. He is exciting, she is cautious. He is a little dumb, she is very smart intellectually. Looks-wise, this feels mean, but yikes. I just don't think that their personalities fit very well together at all, and I can easily see Kay getting stuck in a relationship because he's just so nice.
Oh, no.
The issue is that yesterday evening, Kay knocked on my door and asked if I could watch his kids for a bit. This was, of course, no trouble, and I said yes right away. He told me that his wife had gotten into a car accident while away on a business trip, and because she is pregnant, he was super worried and had booked the next flight out to go see her. They don't have any family in the state currently, so he asked me to keep an eye on them for a few hours while a family friend drove several hours to watch them at night. Now, this is where the issue came in. These kids were an absolute nightmare. There were 3 girls, and the oldest was your typical bratty preteen times 1,000. She was rude and didn't respect my authority at all, arguing with me about everything from dinner to who had to clean up to what movies she was allowed to watch. I even heard her call me a bitch under her breath a couple times.
Oh.
The middle was rowdy and constantly wanted to play loud, messy games even when I told her no. The youngest was mostly sweet and quiet on her own, but she joined in whatever drama the middle wanted to create. It culminated in me agreeing to play hide and seek with the younger 2 and ended up getting locked out of the house. When I went back and tried to convince the oldest to let me in through the back screen door, she pretended she couldn't hear me and put her headphones in. Thankfully, the family friend arrived a few minutes later and let me in, and then I went home. This makes me sad because before now, I would often dream about being a stepmom to Kay's kids one day because of how highly he would talk about them. Now I want nothing to do with them, but at the same time, this is further proof that Kay and his wife are not happy because children from a happy home do not behave like this.
Okay.
She's never met preteens in her life.
Oh my God.
I just want to have a relationship with Kay, but I do not know if it is possible because his kids and I would not get along, and this is even before a potential divorce where their mother could easily get them to hate me. I really love Kay, and I know that we could have a beautiful relationship if I pursued this, but this has really shaken me. I just wish I had someone to talk to about this, but everyone in my life would judge me. Hey guys, it's me.
For good reason.
It's me, the Joker. And I'm really in love with Kay.
Oh my God.
Still?
She needs to pull her head out of the overthinking sand.
I don't think there's any hope of that. My question is because kids are smart. Did these kids just clock it?
You never know.
Do you think the kids knew? Do you think this was like a Parent Trap situation? Like they put her on a mattress and pushed it out into the lake? Like,
it's giving normal.
No, probably not. It's giving just what they're doing.
It's giving maybe, okay. God, I have so much to say.
Oh.
Like, okay, yeah, no shit, this handsome, charming, emotionally available guy is married with kids because that's who he is. This is his life, has nothing to do with you. He's not for you. He's not going on that train because he chooses you to get on that train. He's there because he has to go to work.
He's gotta go to work.
Like, she's reading into everything, and oh my God, I can't believe the delusion.
I wish I could have David Attenborough's voice to just be like, this is a niche level of delusion we've come across out in the wild. Like, this is an insane level of delusion. You thought this, you typed it, and you still hit post. And yeah, that is a glimpse of what being a stepmom would be if you're gonna be a home wrecker.
Yeah, I mean,
Good.
I wouldn't doubt that, like, maybe people have tried to come for Kay before. Like maybe women be sniffing around and the daughters are sick of it. Maybe that's why they clocked her. But like, that's me
This is a special
overthinking
kind
as
of-
much as she
Yeah.
does.
This is a special special kind of delusion. Like we see
This is
delusion a lot on
goofy.
Reddit. This is scary. I think this is
It's
scary.
possessive
This is
delusion.
scary delusion. I think
Yep.
if this was flipped and this was a guy, we'd be like,
You need
Call
to get
the
help.
cops.
yeah. And I think
Yeah.
it's borderline that level. I'm like,
I think she needs
when
to
you
go
get
therapy.
when you get
Yeah.
this far, where you're like, yeah, so when we get married and we have kids, I'm like, you're this is like stalker talk.
Yeah.
It is the way she's like speaking for the wife and all these things. Like, oh yeah, I knew her. It's really shocking because I know him and they're not the same at all. Like,
You don't know him. He's just being nice to
He
you.
has his wife and kids on
Literally.
his lock screen, according to OP. I'm like,
There's-
this guy is comfortable.
There's a baby on
in
the
his-
way. They're
Yeah,
clearly
bro.
still
They're
still
very
going.
intimate.
I don't know. I have so many. I have theories on the kids because.
I mean,
She just goes for the kids.
No,
The
sorry.
kids.
least of my problems.
Sorry.
Tell me about the kids, Shane.
Well, okay. I'm just thinking, how did it get so bad so quickly? Because I'm like, if I had to go emergency watch some kids,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be trying to like police them or parent them.
No.
I'm going to be like, hey, I'm just here to make sure like someone's here. I think she went over there and immediately was trying to become the stepmom. And I think that's
Yeah.
why this intense
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, hey, this stranger's coming over to chill with you. I don't think most kids would freak out
Yeah.
this hard.
No, that's
Yeah.
true.
But I
That's a
think
good
she was like,
point.
"Oh, let's play games, let's do stuff. I want you guys to like me."
Try and call me Mom.
Yeah.
the worst thing you can do with kids of almost any age, but preteens, is to want them to like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be
And
cool.
if I
You just
was
gotta be
in
chill.
that situation and I didn't have feelings for Kay, I'd be like, and the kids were being a nightmare, I'd be like, I would pull the card and be like, your mother is in the hospital. She is hurt. Do you want to be acting like a nightmare while your mother is in the hospital? Like, I think that would make them calm down real quick.
Yeah.
But she, of course, I'm like, she probably wouldn't want to bring up the mom because she's already deleted the mom from her own memory.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
oof.
This is
That.
terrifying.
It is really scary, and I've seen a little too much true crime stuff lately. But like, people have committed murder to get the life they want,
Right.
and that's what this is starting to get. And I think you're on the money. She must have gone in and done something and like really laid down the hammer, because for the one teenager to call her a bitch.
Yeah, whoa.
Within
what
a
are you
couple-
doing?
Within a
Yeah.
couple hours.
No, I think you're dead on.
Yeah.
She tried to go in and be
That's
stepmom.
I think what it's
You're
more
so
theories on
right.
her. I'm just like, this is a shocking
no.
situation.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's also very possible that I mean, I guess he could already be a little wary of her, but
I
he's
mean,
in a
it sounds
situation.
like-
It's a situation where he had no choice
Rock
but to
in
be
a
like,
hard
can
place.
Yeah, if
Can you
he's
watch
choosing
them?
to stay on the phone with his daughter the entire train ride home, which valid if that was legitimate, but also like, it sounds like she's not very aware of how she's being perceived by other people. So he's like, okay, I think our neighbor is a little.
while
into
another
me.
friend drives hours to come
Yeah,
stay with them.
sorry.
So
Yeah,
he did not want her to stay with them.
He's like, you're here only for a little bit until this family friend comes.
It's
Yeah.
this is a standout as far as stories we've read here.
Yeah,
It's scary.
No, this is
Delusion.
It's
another.
There's been a couple
level.
that have been really bad, and this one's up there. Comments. Honestly, it doesn't sound like you love him. You romanticize him and have this fantasy life in your head.
Yeah.
In your head, you act like he would drop his wife and run away with you. You justify this belief by saying his children are wild, so it must be an unhappy home. Meanwhile, you completely ignore the fact that his wife is pregnant and he dropped everything to go to her. You say the kids do not respect your authority. It sounds like they barely know you, and suddenly you're in charge. You're not their mother and will never be their mother. You think you will have a beautiful relationship with Kay if you pursued him. No, you wouldn't. He has a family that he clearly loves. Just because he is nice to you doesn't mean he wants you. I encourage you to discuss things with a professional because this isn't healthy. OP responds.
God, oh God.
How do you know whether or not I love him? Are you inside my head? You can love someone before being in a relationship with them. And just like I don't know for sure that he loves me, you don't know that he doesn't. You never know until you cross that bridge. I know he wouldn't just drop everything and run away with me. There would be months and even years of divorce court, custody arrangements, etc. If he decided to leave his wife And before the comments come in, yes, I know there's no guarantee that he will do that, but Kay is a good, honest man. If anything were to happen between us, he would absolutely leave his wife because it wouldn't be fair to either of us. And he told me he believes very strongly in fairness. That's why I'm asking. I know this could be a messy situation if anything happened. I just want to know if his kids being difficult will make things worse if it does happen. I want to know if the potential pros outweigh the potential cons. This super sweet, honest, fair guy who will definitely leave his wife he promised to be with
That's
forever.
not happening. What in the world? She's like, if and when is like really what I'm hearing. She's like so gone.
If and when we cross that bridge. Ma'am, there is no bridge.
No bridge.
You're looking across the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
There's no bridge.
No, it's really like I hope a lot of people see these kinds of stories where it's like doesn't like where genders can be irrelevant to the dynamics of what's going on of like, hey, this is just because someone happens to be around you a lot, is friendly to
nice.
you, has that is not for you. Like I am a flirtatious person. Am I flirting with you? No. That's not for you. Even if I'm just being nice, it can be taken as, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh.
Yeah, he's married and he has kids. It's like, regardless, like.
Have some awareness of the facts that are laid out.
Clearly a bad breakup. I know that was mentioned, and like moved in with her friend and friend's husband. And so like the first nice guy she sees, she's like imprinting upon like a little gosling goose baby. Like there's someone else out there for you and it's not him, and you need to talk to somebody.
I'm shocked she even posted on Reddit because I'm like, she's not going to listen to anyone.
No.
I'm fascinated so many times when people ask for advice that I'm like, you don't want advice.
She just wanted one person to say go for it.
And she's probably going to take that.
Just
and run
one.
with it.
Yeah. No, it's she's clearly having a lot of conversations with herself about this. You know what I'm saying?
Update. Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
One day later, and it is a screenshot of a text exchange.
No.
He saw the Reddit post, I hope.
Kay texts her. Blank and the girls are okay. Thank you for watching the girls. OP responds, of course, anytime, smiley face. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. Kay responds, thumbs up emoji. Kay then shares link to Reddit post.
Oh my God.
I need to go
Kay
take
says,
a lap.
Kay says, is this you? Because if it is, we need to talk. I promise you that I have absolutely no interest in leaving my family for you. I'm sorry if I ever gave you the wrong idea, but I don't see you as anything more than a neighbor. I don't think we should be friends anymore. OP responds, wait, can I call you?
Oh my God.
Wait.
No.
Let me shoot my shot though.
Can I sing for you?
Okay, wait, I think I hit it off with your friend. Can we talk?
Wait, okay, so Kay found the Reddit post and sent it.
I think this Reddit post had to have blown up, and she also posted it everywhere.
I'm stressed.
She
Yes.
posted on 2 hot takes.
Oh, she posted it on my subreddit. Oh.
If there's more updates, you'll have to cover it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
man.
I can't go through this twice.
So we found this from True Off My Chest, but
Okay.
she posted this everywhere, including 2
Oh
hot takes.
God, thank God I missed it.
Wow.
Didn't need that stress.
Oh my God.
Wow, bro.
So she said nothing. She just posted the screenshot.
Just posted the screenshot.
Honestly,
Oh my God.
surprised she posted it. Kind of
I'm
embarrassing.
surprised she posted it too.
But again, speaks to the disconnect.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she posted it to be like, look what you did. You guys ruined my chances.
It's really tough. Like, it's always shocking, you know, these types of stories, I often go, oh, this isn't real. But it's a stark, like, reminder sometimes of, like, people like this exist.
This happens.
Yeah.
And there are people that are so delusional that they will post about it in such a public manner and not think twice about it.
Right. No, I think it happens a lot, and this was a really important thing my therapist told me. It's like there are feelings and there are facts, and OP was treating her feelings having more weight than the facts, which is this person is married, more kids on the way, a loving home, everything is good. This does not have you in the equation.
Well, what's also, and this is, I think, a reflection of like, we all do this and it's really bad nowadays, is you can prove yourself right endlessly. You can convince yourself of anything and prove it to be true by looking at everything that supports that belief without having any doubt in your mind. If all she had to do was take a look and go, what if I'm wrong? But she refused to because she's going, well, here's all these things that prove that I'm right. And yeah, you can do that with anything. I mean, that's how we have people drinking raw milk right now. So
What is up with that?
and look, it was Flat Earth a couple years ago, and now they're drinking raw milk. They're going to move on to something else soon. It's just really scary.
It is. You honestly, though, there are people out there where, like, you guys, we could have gotten an update that instead was like, Kay saw the post, and now we're having an affair.
Yeah. I was honestly really worried. I'm like, I hope he really is a great guy and is loyal to his wife, and he is. Did the right thing. But, whew.
Oh my goodness.
That was messy, but mess avoided.
Happy ending in my book.
Yeah.
No other updates?
No other updates. I'm sorry.
Girl, if you're out there.
Yeah, let us
know.
Where
How'd
you
it go?
at?
Maybe that delusion's gone down. Maybe things really ended up better.
Hey, and you know, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. Bad breakup, first nice guy. You really just were going through it. Go to therapy. It will be good. You'll find your person.
OP writes, my boyfriend of 3 years was one.
Let's go! Oh